Certified FBA Friday. You already know. For every single anchor baby, there's a deported parent. And let me just say, family, they thought they was good a few days ago, but now they very, very afraid. And we right here, and we don't give a damn. Certified, foundational, Black Americans, 4th of July weekend. Let's go. Free human.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
Tobacco Ted is pissed off because they was running around last week talking real reckless about him. Yes, they was. But guess what? The same people that was talking reckless are the same people getting deported. And foundational Black Americans, we told them so. ICE arrests 10,000 people in 5 days. Donald Trump said this is going to be one for the ages. And foundational Black Americans said, get right on with it, because we don't give a damn. Certified salute, salute, salute to my FBA family. Let's go to work, y'all. Family, let's go back to just a few days ago. We ain't got to go back a week. Remember, we sat right here and we told everybody that this birthright citizenship ruling and the 14th Amendment ruling was not a win for the illegals? And do y'all remember the illegals was running around here and they was on TikTok, they was on Facebook, they was on Instagram, they was all across social media and they was talking crazy. They were saying, ha, 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 we gonna stay here in America. Well, guess what, family? That ha, ha, ha didn't even last 1 week because 10,000 people have been packed up, racked up, and sent out of the United States of America in just 3 days. And guess what, family? Right now, as we speak on this Friday, 4th of July weekend, there is going to be a massive assault on all illegals, mass deportations and arrests from East Coast to West Coast, Midwest, down South. They pulling up on Julios, Romeros, Pedros, Mubumbas, Mutumbos. Everybody about to get it. And foundational Black Americans is just sitting back, popcorn popping, watching the show and saying, you thought it was all good, didn't you? You thought you had it made, didn't you? So now, family, what we finding out is that anchors away and anchors can't stay. There's about to be a hell of a lot of children with a hell of a lot of parents on the other side of the border. But guess what? That's how it go down. Watch this right here, family. This is what's going on. And we hate to say we told you so, but we told you so. ICE, talk to him.
ICE is quietly arresting more people. Trust me. Be careful this 4th of July weekend. They will almost certainly want to arrest a record number of people so they can brag on the news about how they did it on America's anniversary.
I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm not a U.S. citizen. Get the fuck out of here. Migración cayó con todo en este centro comercial. Ahí.
All I'm telling you is just stay back.
Yeah, bro. Okay? Just wait. Westmore made it illegal for us to fucking
chokehold Julio. That's chokehold Julio. ICE, call him twice. It ain't nice. You thought it was funny 5 days ago, didn't you? Uh-huh. Family, the same ones that was laughing in America is laughing back in Mexico. Shout out to chokehold Julio.
All I'm telling you is just stay back.
Yeah, bro. Okay? Just wait. Westmore made it illegal for us to fucking sue your ass. Fucking wait. AI, remember AI? AI's advancing, motherfucker. You ought to get your fucking fist. Get out here. Supporting our fucking community. Where's the fucking amendment, bitch?
It don't apply to illegals. No amendments apply to illegals. You try to steal the 14th Amendment from foundational Black Americans. Certifies in the chat right now. How well is that 14th Amendment thing working for them? How well is trying to hijack the 14th Amendment from foundational Black Americans working for them? How well is birthright citizenship working for them? because it don't look too good, because I'm seeing chokeholds, I'm seeing arm bars, I'm seeing figure four leg locks, I'm seeing stone cold stunners, and it don't look too good for all the fleers and runners.
Hey, run!
Run, Julio!
You don't have to show him anything. You don't have to tell him anything. Sign anything.
Yo, shout out to my ICE agents for making 10,000 arrests this week. Woo! They made 10,000 arrests in 1 week.
You can do that. You can do that. Why you guys are doing that?
They can't do that. Look like he just did. Where you at, Selena?
You can do that. You can do that. Why you guys are doing that?
Yo, that's fucking crazy.
Damn.
Like, fuck this.
Vámonos. Okay, vámonos. She want to talk with his father. Let him know. Let her.
Uh-oh. Family, they got the mama too. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that they got that little kid over there, and the kid is utilizing the birthright citizenship? But what's happening to the mom right here? Yes, fam, what's happening to Refrigerator Ramirez? What's going on with her? I'm wondering. Wait a minute. I'm very, very curious, fam. They got the mom and the kid, but the parents are still getting deported? What's going on? They said that wouldn't happen. Wait a minute.
Let her. Diles que yo manejo tu carro.
Can I translate that, family? Can I translate what the kid was saying? The kid was saying, Mommy, you said that you could stay too. You said you beat Donald Trump. You said you stole the 14th Amendment from them black folks. Why are you in handcuffs, Mommy? Why do your hips look like a fire hydrant? Why are you Fire Hydrant Fernandez? Fire Hydrant Fernandez and Refrigerator Ramirez is about to go back to Mexico. Ain't working for you, is it?
Que yo lo voy a parquear. Vamos a dar focus park spot.
Somebody in the chat said, Bell Pepper Belinda.
Get away from my
I am getting away.
Get away.
Get away. I am getting
Get away.
He just tried to trip me.
Get away.
I'm backing
Get
up.
away.
I am backing
Get
up.
away.
I am actively backing.
ICE arrests have surged nationwide with more than 10,000 immigrants detained in the last 5 days alone. Go home. Go back to hate. Go home. Go back to hate. Go home. Go back to hate.
This morning, HSI Miami, along with our state and federal partners, FDLE, DSS, and USCIS, arrested a permanent resident who is a Haitian national, and a convicted aggravated felon.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me they're getting the Haitians too? I thought the Haitians said black Americans was bad. I thought the Haitians said we need to work harder. Wait a minute, family. No. Mayo Megyn Kelly said to go home. I know y'all wasn't going to let her talk to you like that.
Hey, go home. Go back to
This morning, HSI Miami, along with our state and federal partners, FDLE, DSS, and USCIS, arrested a permanent resident who is a Haitian national and a convicted aggravated felon.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. Y'all finna see me cry on this dumbass app for the first time, bro. No one fucking, not being born in the fucking U.S. is so fucking hard. Not being born in the fucking U.S. is so fucking hard. So fucking hard. Like, being born in the fucking U.S. is so fucking hard.
So hard? I thought you told us to work harder. Wait a minute now. I don't want to hear no Haitians talking about it's hard to be an illegal. It's hard to be an immigrant. It's hard to be a fleer. You told me that we need to work harder in America. I don't like what I'm seeing, dog.
Why? This is so hard. This is so hard. This is so hard. So hard. They literally treat you like an alien for everything. I get it. Okay, cool. I'm a fucking alien, but bro.
Wait, did you just say you're an alien? Wait a minute now. You said you an alien. I think my ears deceived me now, because they told me that they was the Warriors. They told me 1804. They told me they were the first free Nathan, and they were the first one who got rid of supremacists. They told me that they inspired every single thing the foundational Black Americans did. This don't look like how y'all been talking on TikTok for the last week. Tell me you didn't say you was an alien. Tell me you didn't say you was a migrant Martian. Talk to me.
I can't do shit like this for everything. I get it. Okay, cool. I'm a fucking alien. I'm a fucking alien. Fucking alien, but bro. Fucking alien, but bro. Alien, but bro. Alien, but bro. Alien, but bro. I can't do shit.
And now your ass got to go. You got to go. Back home. Fix your homeland.
Like, this shit fucking sucks. And it is like, dumbass, ignorant ass people be talking about fucking immigrants. Well, bitch, like, this shit's not fucking fun. You think this shit's fucking fun? No. He's my brother-in-law.
He's ran from us.
I'm confused.
This is my...
Another chokehold, Julio. His girl can't save him. No. Come on. Where is Coffee Table Claudia? Come on now. What we talking? Your girlfriend's the other way. Show all that Aztec might. Show all that immigrants built America and stop ICE. Your girl is the other direction. You need to turn around and go back to her, because it looked like you're going directly to that damn ICE truck and you're about to get snatched up and you about to be back home just like everybody else. I mean, damn, square hip Selena needs to really help you. Let's get real. I'm going to need Belinda the Burrito to help you, because it looked like your ass is getting deported as well. 10,005 days. Damn,
This is quiet.
damn. What a jump off, start off to this broadcast. And we coming in hot, baby. Certified foundational Black Americans. Who run it? Fam, we told them it's still 24/7 blackout. And foundational Black Americans, we ain't changed routes. Certified salute to the fam. I know we in here well represented tonight, family. You're talking about 10,000 people in 5 days. And the Supreme Court ruling was just 3 days ago. So, family, if you're looking at it right now, all of those people that was running their mouth and they was talking real reckless and real crazy, foundational Black Americans, we were right again, because we're always right. And people either gonna get with it or they gonna get rolled over. It don't change nothing. I told everybody just on Tuesday that foundational Black Americans, we are in a picture perfect position. What is that position, family? That position is maintaining and sustaining our own communities, fam. That dollar is circulating all across. We are shutting people's stores down, and we're watching all them disrespectful and hostile tethers and immigrants go home. And it's about to get ramped up. Let me tell you what ended up happening, fam. The same thing that we all predicted right here, okay? Donald Trump, he came out and he responded. Donald Trump came out, responded, and he said, we're going to take care of birthright citizenship. He said that birthright citizenship is all about the babies of slaves, not the babies of fleers, not the babies of burritos. No, it is about the babies of slaves. Now, foundational Black Americans, how long we've been saying that? Foundational Black Americans, aren't we correct? Haven't we always put that on the line? Damn right we have. So basically, fam, our lineage, heritage, and culture, we predicted everything that was going to go down. We told everybody that they weren't going to take that very nicely. They weren't going to sit back. We said that ICE was going to come get them. Family, ICE right now just ended up getting billions more dollars. Department of Homeland Security, money up. Yes, indeed. Border Patrol, money up. Yes, indeed. ICE, border up, and all the money's up. Fam, they're everywhere where you look at them. Also, asylum seekers, green cards, all of them are done. Now they're putting in different laws that says if you come to the United States of America and you're pregnant, you got to go. Anchors away, anchors can't stay today. FBA don't play. We told everybody the way it goes down, and we're going to take it all the way to the streets, fam. And y'all notice them Haitians was popping real crazy, right? Have y'all seen one Haitian make one video about Mayo, Megan, Kelly? Fam, I'm still waiting. I mean, it's been a few days now, and I still haven't heard them make any videos about Megan Kelly. I'm still waiting because she called out your whole block, and your whole block got holed out. How you going to get holed out by Miracle Whip? I'm still waiting. Fam, every single person that thought it was cool just 3 days ago is the same individuals who are crashing out. And they all looking at foundational Black Americans and they saying, damn, them FBAs was right again. Damn, them foundational Black Americans is here to stay. Damn, them foundational Black Americans is hard just like they said they was. You damn right. #1 lineage, heritage, and culture on the planet Earth, baby. Everybody sit back and watch because we are exceptional. Let's go to the street. Donald Trump ended up saying this, and this is exactly what we've been saying. Watch.
We'll take care of the birthright citizenship because that was not meant for rich people from other countries. That was meant for, actually, it was meant for the babies of slaves. If you look at it, it was a month after the Civil War ended that it went through. That's because it was meant for the babies of slaves, the babies of slaves, the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for rich people from China. It was, they came over in Gulf Streams. It was meant for the babies of slaves, for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for rich people from China. It was, they came over in Gulf Streams. It was meant for the babies of slaves. So I believe, no, I know they got it wrong. We'll take care of the birthright. We'll take care of the birthright citizenship.
Donald Trump responds. Donald Trump fires back. Donald Trump makes it clear that it's still foundational Black Americans. Because Donald Trump is looking at the Constitution, and the Constitution says foundational Black Americans. Let me tell you who it doesn't say. It doesn't say Haiti. It doesn't say Jamaica. It doesn't say Africa. It doesn't say Mexico. It doesn't say Venezuela. It doesn't say the Ukraine. It doesn't say Syria. No, it says foundational Black Americans because the only babies of slaves are the same people here who are the offspring of those slaves, and that be foundational Black Americans.
Because that was not meant for rich people from other countries. That was meant for, actually, it was meant for the babies of slaves.
The babies of slaves. There you go, family. And that is basically what this whole era has been defined by. Think about this generation, family. This generation has been defined by lineage, heritage, and culture. Us delineating, regulating, and separating. Family, I want to tell everybody that your delineation from your lineage is on the front stage of the United States of America at the highest levels. You just had the Supreme Court basically talking about delineation. Can we be real, fam? Can we go there? They talking about us, fam. That whole conversation about birthright citizenship, that wasn't about fleers. The fleers try to hijack that. The fleers try to steal that the same way they come here and try to steal everything. Fam, the Supreme Court just spent the last week talking about foundational Black Americans exclusively. Donald Trump is talking about foundational Black Americans exclusively. The Supreme Court justices, they're talking about foundational Black Americans exclusively. Well, guess what, y'all? The whole damn world is talking about foundational Black Americans exclusively because everything that we got is everything that they want. However, they can't get it from us. Let me tell y'all what also ended up occurring in the last few days. We said that ICE done ramped up, family. We said that these people are in trouble. Woo, buddy. Fam, the trouble don't stop there. No, it don't. They thought it was real cool to run around here and just talk reckless. They thought it was real cool to run around here and just say any and everything. See, what they thought, brothers and sisters, they thought that they were going to exercise something that has already been in play. Family, how you going to try to re-hijack something? No, you should have been worrying about ICE because while everybody was focused on the birthright citizenship case, family, ICE was getting billions of more dollars. Tom Homan has been real quiet until today. Tom Homan just came out and he said, y'all just wait. Not only do we have 10,000 people that just got locked up in 5 days, we've got 10,000 new agents. And then on top of that, family, ICE now is working in conjunction with the Department of Homeland Security. One, they're working with the ATF, they're working with the FBI. You are about to see the most massive deportation process in American history, which is going to make the one that just occurred in the wintertime look like candles on a birthday cake. They coming. Right now, as we speak, they're getting ramped up. This is the 4th of July weekend. Certified salute to foundational Black Americans, because, you know, we built this thing. I'm talking about the 4th of July, the 5th of July. I'm talking about the 3rd of August, the 22nd of November. It don't matter. It's foundational Black American if it goes on inside of these borders, because we own this. So let me tell you what's happening, y'all. As they have this conversation about birthright citizenship, right now as we speak, these people are getting blitzed everywhere, fam. The footage that has been coming out over the last 3 days has been insane. They are rounding up everybody, and nobody is excluded, because you thought you was going to play them W's, right? You thought you was going to hustle them W's. Did you really think Tobacco Ted was going to sit back and let you run his mouth? Fam, let me tell you something. Tobacco Ted is pissed off. Yes, the hell he is. Let me tell you who else is pissed off, family. I'm going to show you. Fentanyl Fanny. She pissed off too, because you was running your damn mouth. And you know a party ain't a party unless you got meth head Melissa. Oh, she mad as mom too. And family, Brussels sprouts Bob done even showed up. And he said, I'd be damned if them illegals take something from me. Well, let me tell you what just happened, fam. Now they're using this anchors away, which means bring a baby over here in your stomach, then your ass is going to jail, but you're going to jail back in your homeland. Watch this, fam. The Mayos is pissed.
I am actually so incredibly happy that the Supreme Court ruling on the birthright citizenship ruling came out the way it did, because in Trump fashion, now there's another way around that's actually going to be more beneficial to us than not. And what am I talking about? Well, the birthright citizenship thing is just a ruling that places us in the same exact place we have always been in our entire lives. It literally comes down as a ruling that nothing that you and I have ever experienced. You're born in this country, you stay in this country, or I mean, you're a citizen of the country. But here's the great thing about it. You know what Trump and the Department of Homeland Security doesn't need congressional approval to do?
What's that?
They don't need congressional approval to mandate a pregnancy test for any female coming into this country.
Uh-oh. Donald Trump wasn't playing when he said we gonna take care of it, huh? Fam, there's more than one ways to skin a cat, and there's more than one way to send an illegal back. Uh-oh. If you feel you want to come here and dump that baby off in the trash can, they gonna hit you with a pregnancy test soon as you get on the shores. They in trouble, y'all.
And the great thing about this is there's already precedent set for this, because it's for any female coming into this country. And the great thing about this is there's already precedent set for this, because the Supreme Court ruled, if you remember back in Trump's first term, that he could actually ban people from coming into this country if there's some sort of a security risk. So that's where the Muslim ban came from. And now the Department of Homeland Security is gearing up to make it a requirement for any female coming into this country to have a pregnancy test or a doctor's note proving that they are not pregnant within 10 days of travel.
Damn.
And if for any reason the DHS or Border Patrol or anybody feels like the documents that you might be bringing along with you are falsified or not correct, then they can actually make you take a pregnancy test right then and there. So the good thing, the silver lining in all of these precedents being set over the years, with the president having the power to decide who can come in and cannot come into the country for visiting reasons, and with the whole thing needing to have health documents along with your in order for you to travel through borders. That precedent has been set, and now we are where we are. So really, we are in the same place we've always been as far as what the Supreme Court says is the ruling on the birthright citizenship attached with the 14th Amendment, which, by the way, doesn't even say anything about that. It was all about African-American babies being able to be citizens and vote and this, that, and the other. But I digress, because there was more than one way to skin a cat, especially if you're a Haitian. But so let me know in the comments thread. There was more than one way to skin a cat, especially if you're a Haitian. Especially if you're a Haitian cat. Especially.
Damn! Did the Haitians catch some strays? Some stray cats? Damn! You're catching strays there, Wyclef. You're catching strays there, Kodak Black. I need all the Haitians that's been on social media talking about foundationals to come to the front. Come on to the front. I know you ain't gonna let Tobacco Ted talk to you like this. That man is throwing straight strays at you. Did he say there's more than one ways to skin a cat, especially if you're Haitian? Damn.
Able to be citizens and vote and this, that, and the other. But I digress, because there was more than one way to skin a cat, especially if you're a Haitian. But so let me know in the comments thread. There was more than one way to skin a cat, especially if you're a Haitian. Especially if you're a Haitian cat, especially if you're a Haitian. But so let me know in the comments thread. Would you be okay with the Department of Homeland Security requiring a pregnancy test for any woman to come into the country for the next 2.5 years while Trump is there? I'm game.
Oh,
I am actually.
Oh, man. Damn. You out here getting dissed. Megyn Kelly out here punking you. You out here getting G-checked by Tobacco Ted. You got Brussels sprouts Bob, fentanyl Fanny. They all checking you. And the only thing you doing is running to the internet to go make a video about FBA, and FBA ain't even listening. Fam, we're going now into the stage of don't even talk to us. You need to get a number, get in line, and get an appointment before you can even speak to foundational Black Americans. Do you want to see exceptionalism? Do you want to go there? Because y'all are foundational Black American vitriolic anyway. You got FBA despised anyway. So fam, they don't really want to see us flex these muscles, because I'll sit back and I'll let Tobacco Ted handle you. Tobacco Ted will sit there and see all them damn videos you making about fleeing to my country, committing all that damn crime, and then he'll make sure that your ass gets packed up. So you better watch what you say about foundational. See, you had your chance to play the game the right way. We done everything for Tethers. Fam, don't let nobody tell you that we owe these people anything. What more do you want from foundational Black Americans? You come over here, we try to tell you about the system of supremacy. You don't want to hear it. You want to team up with the system of supremacy. Now them same supremacists that you wanted to team up with are the same supremacists who are calling ICE on you and sending your ass back home. The same supremacists that you thought was going to be your friend are the same supremacists who ain't letting you in. Family, it gets real. It gets real for them, not for us. Family, for every single one of these people who've been running their mouth is another one that's getting deported. And then you multiply that, and then you add more to it. And by the end of the day, family, at the end of the summer, family, these people won't even be here. Remember, if you see a TikTok account and it says sorry gone, that means that sorry ass Tether is gone. If you see somebody's Instagram page and they ain't got no updated posts, that's because they asses got updated to the other side of the border. You ain't gonna be seeing these people no more. 10,000 people in 5 days, fam, you do the math. And then I'm telling you right now, that's what you get. Because the only thing this conversation did was took this immigration conversation to the next level. And it pissed off a hell of a lot of people who got the power to send them people back to their crib. And foundational Black Americans, we've been telling y'all, like I said, every single thing that you got, you get from us. We don't owe these people a damn thing. As a matter of fact, family, speaking of not owing these people a damn thing, let me show you what happens whenever you show any type of regard for these individuals. Anytime you speak to these individuals, anytime you got something to say to these individuals, look how they always come at foundational Black Americans, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. These folks is out here getting G-checked by Megyn Kelly, but they still worrying about FBA. Watch this.
Good morning, America. America, good morning. Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? How you doing? Black America, how are you? How are you? Now, here's the thing, Black Americans. Here's the thing. I'm going back to MAGA tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, I'm back at MAGA. But I got to give you one more day. Just one more day, because I went into my inbox. So let me make it clear, Black America. Can I just make it very clear for you? I am not a part of your race baiting. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not doing that. The intention of my video was to call you out because what you're doing is wrong. Now, a sister was in my inbox, and here's what she said. She said that us Caribbean people don't realize what they went through. Now, I'm trying to understand you, my sister, because let me give you a little bit of history. Can I just give it to you? Before there was a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., there was a man called Marcus Messiah Garvey.
And Marcus Garvey can't compare to Dr. Martin Luther King on his best day. What has Marcus Garvey accomplished for foundational Black Americans? He had to flee the Caribbean to come over here to get it jumping. He couldn't get it jumping over there because y'all didn't even like him. And did he ever do anything about going back to Africa? Did they ever step foot back in Africa? Family, don't let these people compare Marcus Garvey to Dr. Martin Luther King. You go ask the average person on the planet, who's Marcus Garvey? They ain't gonna know. Now you ask them who's Dr. Martin Luther King, they all gonna know. They always clinging to something that don't make no sense, ain't standing on nothing, don't hold no damn weight. This ain't nothing but tether babble. And again, how come you ain't making no damn videos about the same person who's going in on your ass every single time I turn around? You still ain't said nothing about Megyn Kelly, but you in here talking about Marcus Garvey and Dr. Martin Luther King. You can't compare that. That's like comparing the Lamborghini to a Pinto.
Who left Jamaica and came to America to fight your civil rights movement.
Yeah, left Jamaica. Just like your ass left Jamaica. Just like they leave the Barbados. Just like they leave Haiti. Just like they leave Africa. Fam, everything they do got something to say with leave in it. You left your mama, left your daddy. You left your hairline because that MF is about 15 years back. You need to hit rewind to find your hairline. And I ain't lying. Look at these people, fam. They always say something about leaving and they think that they flexing.
There was a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., there was a man called Marcus Messiah Garvey who left Jamaica and came to America to fight your civil rights movement.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Marcus Garvey ain't fight for no damn civil rights. Black Americans don't look at Marcus Garvey as no civil rights icon. And first off, he was years before the civil rights era. The civil rights era roughly started in about 1955, okay? Marcus Garvey wasn't popping in no 1955, 45, 35, okay? So he left, fled, he left, ran, he left, got the hell away from Jamaica because Jamaicans had a price on him. Marcus Garvey wasn't nothing but the Jamaican barbecue. I said it. He was the Jamaican barbecue. And when he got over here, he was over here trying to cut deals with the Triple K. Yes, the hell he was. He wasn't over here doing anything significant. He was over here trying to make deals. Yes, indeed. Let's get it right. He wasn't nothing but the Jamaican barbecue. That's it. Somebody from the Caribbean who ain't contributing nothing.
If you don't believe me, go look it up. Go look it up. So don't you tell me that we don't understand what you went through. Because we were there going through it with you.
When?
Marcus Garvey didn't track the track to come to America to fight civil rights for Jamaicans. He fought civil rights for you, the American black people.
Yeah, because he fled Jamaica. And he didn't fight nothing for us. So he didn't fight for us, but he left Jamaica. Then what the hell did he do? You left and you didn't do nothing here. You would think if you left, you came somewhere and did something. He ain't do ish here. He ain't do ish there. And now we running out of places. He ain't did a damn thing. Y'all see what we talking about these tethers, family?
As I said, I came here to remind you that your treatment towards the Haitian people is wrong. And I'm not going to take back my talk.
Our treatment towards the Haitian people, not this person's treatment towards the Haitian people, our treatment. You're still playing victims. This is why I say they fall down, they hurt their leg, they get up and blame Black Americans. That's all they know how to do, family. Straight up.
While the Haitians were here working hard, you guys were buying Nikes, Adidas, and Pumas. You were supporting the music industry. When those people were working night and day, they don't sleep. You were getting your food stamps, your Section 8, your checks for free. You didn't realize that free comes with a price? Because now you see people.
Free comes with a price. You ain't free in your homeland, fam. They sitting here talking about what free come with. You not free. You ain't getting nothing. Y'all are still getting broke down. You look like you a part of the Cake Soap Chronicles. You ain't lifted a finger, twisted a doorknob, spun a damn phone around when it come to freedom. What the hell are you talking about? This is what we saying about these people, y'all. This is why we sitting back and we watching ICE round them up. If anybody want to know why TPS is a good thing, it's because it gets dust bags like this the hell up out of here. The No Eyebrow Committee.
People elevating, stepping up, and you're just stranded right where you started and feel like you're going nowhere. Here's the thing. Don't blame your own black people. As I said, look into yourself. Look deep into yourself. The freeness came with a price. The Section 8, the welfare check, the food stamps. It all comes with a price. Welfare spelled backwards is farewell. Farewell to all opportunities.
Welfare spelled backwards is farewell? No. What are you reading? Are you dyslexic? What is she talking about, family? She didn't even get that correct. What the hell is this woman talking about? You see what the cake soap does to your brain, family? You see what happens when you put, fam, I don't even think that they putting on cake soap. I think she's drinking it. You're not supposed to drink cake soap. She looked like she got cake soap with a crazy straw. She's sipping on cake soap, family. This woman can't even put that together. This is what we mean. The same way she can't put together them eyebrows, that hairline, the same way she can't put together a sentence, the wrinkles on her neck. Family, this is what you get with these people.
Opportunities that would otherwise be open to you. We, the migrants, knew this. You guys are just figuring it out.
You need to figure out where you're going to be tonight. How about that one? Since we figuring things out. How about this? Okay. Real cool. Real cool. But at the end of the day, you're getting deported. I'm from America. I'm good to go. Team non-deportable wins again. All right. Goodbye. See, fam, that's it. That's a tether conversation. You want to talk to a tether, fam? Tell them goodbye. You're going home at the end of the day. You're going home, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you're getting rounded up right now. TPS is cut off. You're at the lowest of the low, and all you're doing is tether projection, but we match that with deflection and rejection. Send it right on back, fam. You're talking about the bottom of the bottom, okay? There's no logic with these individuals, and they couldn't find none even if they tried. You dig? This is what we're talking about, and this is why these people are on their way back to the homeland that they ran from, just like Marcus Garvey, who, by the way, never stepped foot in Africa. So wait a minute. You fled from Jamaica. You didn't do ish in the United States of America, and Black Americans don't hold him in no high regard, and you never stepped foot in Africa. So fled, didn't do nothing, disappeared. That's very successful. But fam, doesn't that sound just like the average migrant today? Matter of fact, the reason why they love Marcus Garvey so much is because Marcus Garvey literally mirrors what they've been doing. Fled homeland, didn't do nothing here in America, didn't step foot back in Africa. Okay, can we go in reverse, family? Okay, didn't do nothing in Africa, ain't ish here in America, and fled Jamaica. So you talking about flee, nothing, disappeared. That's exactly what's happening right now with ICE rounding these people up in TPS. You fled, you did nothing, now you're going to disappear, okay? 1 minute a tether's here, the next minute they gone. And foundational Black Americans, we won't miss them. But family, for every Megyn Kelly out there, you got about 6 or 7 other people, and they ain't rocking with them neither. Oh, let's make this clear. See, the Haitians are upset because Mommy and Zaddy is whooping off on them right now. That's why they upset. Fam, I'm going to go all the way there today. I'm going to go all the way there. We told everybody Tethergeddon was here. Tethergeddon is in the building. FBA, we still out here blacking them out. So you know what we all about. Fam, it ain't just 1, 2, 3 little Mayos. No, fam. You got a whole brigade of Miracle Whip. And ain't none of them liking the Haitians right now. No. The worst thing to be is somebody who flees their homeland. The second worst thing to be is somebody who flees their homeland, comes over here and thinks they down with the dominant society, but the dominant society turns their ass around and sits their ass down. Family, if you thought Megyn Kelly was bad, if you thought she was going in on them, family, y'all watch this right here. I'm going to show y'all meth head Matthew, and he really don't like them. You better worry about what's going on in your other side, because on this side, these people is on your neck. Watch this.
Haitian migrants built America. According to this, the founder of the Haitian Bridge Alliance, Haitian migrants built America. According to this, the founder of the Haitian Bridge Alliance, she says,
they are our doctors, caregivers, attorneys, taxi drivers, the immigrants who keep these United States of ours moving.
These people are still doing the doctors, lawyers, and engineers bit. You'd think they would stop after the whole internet lampooned this. These people are not keeping the economy moving. They contribute less in taxes than they take out in social programs. Damn. There are 866,000 active physicians in the United States of America. Roughly 5.3% of them are African American. Of the African American percentage, how many do you think are Haitian specifically? And how many of those Haitians are or were on temporary protective status? We saw Haitian gang leaders organizing hits, 16 different people. We saw Haitian immigrant Robert Joaquin viciously beat a mother to death on camera in Fort Myers in a gas station. We saw the Haitian immigrant Corey Alvarez, a teenager at an immigrant care facility, and the Haitian immigrant Mackenzie Dabuz, 2 young children and an elderly 77-year-old to death. Representative Pramila Jayapal says she will make sure all immigrants are permanent and have a pathway to citizenship when Democrats win again. These are the people that she wants to protect. She wants more of this to happen. Temporary protective status was never meant to be a lifetime welfare visa for these people to just be here for 20 years and never. You're flooding communities where these people, again, are not, where American citizens are crushed by crime or differences in culture and language, housing shortages, and strained hospitals. There are reports indicating that 30% of the rise in housing costs are due to immigration. When you have more people but less supply of housing, what are you going to have? Politicians and public figures will say, these people just want a better life. Yeah, and what about Americans? Do Americans deserve a better life? These people make life worse for everyone else and actively cost you, the taxpayer. These people just want a better life. Yeah, and what about Americans? Do Americans deserve a better life? These people make life worse for everyone else and actively cost you, the taxpayer.
Damn, they make life worse for everybody else. Damn, don't look like Zaddy likes you too much, Haitian man.
Worse for everyone else and actively cost you, the taxpayer. Should you have a better life? Haitian migrants built America. Damn. According to this, the founder of the Haitian...
Damn, that don't look too good for you, Wyclef. Kodak, it ain't looking too good on the Kodak side of town. Y'all better go on back to Haiti, because don't look like they rocking with you in the United States of America. You see what we talking about? You see what we saying, family? Now, this dude out there on the internet saying everything about Haiti. He's sitting there dogging y'all. He talking about you don't do nothing. He talking about your crime rate. They out there saying your culture ain't damn thing. But you ain't said a damn thing in return, though. Okay? Megyn Kelly saying the same exact thing. All I've been seeing is a bunch of W's going in on all the Haitians, and I seen the Haitians just acting like they ain't see it. The Haitians is turning around like they ain't watching it happen. Just come out in a minute. Just come out. You scared. You scared of Mayo, ain't you? Let's go there, fam. Haitians, you know damn well you're afraid of them W's. You know damn well them YTs got your ass shook. You ain't gonna say nothing. You don't want to look at them. You want to turn the other way. You want to put your head down. You want to jump on both knees whenever Mayo comes around. We know what it really is. See, you trying to hustle Black Americans, but you can't hustle Black Americans. You better take your third world scamming back to the third world, because over here in foundational Black Americans, we see right through you. We know that you're afraid of Megyn Kelly. Damn right. We know you're afraid of Tobacco Ted. We know you're afraid of Brussels sprouts Bob. The last thing you do is want problems with them. That's why you always talking about foundational Black Americans. And that's why everything you say about foundational Black Americans doesn't make any sense, because you're really just trying to run interference. You're really just trying to take the subject off of why Megyn Kelly keeps pulling your Haitian hoe card. That's what we want to know. So I'm going to ask all the Haitians, come on to the front of the class and tell Black Americans why you're so afraid of the Miracle Whip Brigade. I want you to tell us right now. Why? Because you won't say nothing. You sit back, you see these people dish you, and you don't do nothing. Y'all notice, fam? This is the reason why they colonize in their homeland. In their homeland, they don't say nothing to the W. And you don't even say nothing to the W on social media. How you afraid of the W in your homeland and you afraid of him on TikTok? He out here colonizing you on TikTok. He out here having you give up all your goods on TikTok. Fam, it's one thing to be colonized on your beach. It's one thing to be colonized at your city council. It's one thing to be colonized in your homeland. They out here letting the W's colonize them on TikTok. They're afraid to say anything on social media. You would think on social media they would at least think they can hide a little bit. You always sitting in your car, but you don't say nothing then, though. You don't say a damn thing. You very, very hush, hush, real quiet, ain't you? Uh-huh. Yeah. Let a W slide into your DMs. You gonna say Black Americans. No, that ain't a Black American problem. That's Megyn Kelly talking to your ass. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know you, bro. I don't even pay no attention to you. We ain't grew up around y'all. We walk right around y'all. You gonna address her? No, you ain't. You ain't gonna say nothing. Because the fact of the matter is, family, is what we've been talking about. Everywhere where they are, they bow down to the W. Everywhere where the W is, they G-check the Haitians. And everybody knows it. It's just now we saying it. And they can't run from it. Now, you can run from your homeland, but you can't run from the truth. Let me show y'all even further, family, what we talking about out here in these streets. Oh, boy, he was going in on them. Naming all the dirt they be doing. Talking about how you ain't really getting no money. Y'all come over here, y'all be down bad. You talk all that reckless talk. Well, we got this, that, and the other thing. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. If you ain't got a homeland, don't talk to me. I'm going to tell you that today. But family, this right here is even further proof of what we mean by these individuals and how they're all under a real assault. Because foundational Black Americans, we ain't got no cape on for y'all. Nope. Can't find one, ain't looking for one.
Immigrants. Well, temporary protected status has ended for a lot of immigrants in the United States. The key word in that was temporary. So it wasn't supposed to last forever. But I'm seeing a lot of immigrants who resemble me in color saying certain things like Black Americans aren't sticking up for them and we're supposed to be looking out for them. But I remember not too long ago, for many, many years and decades, y'all have always said, me no Black. I know Black. I know Black. I'm not like Black people. That's what you guys said forever. I remember it vividly. I remember y'all getting over here and getting all those grants and stuff that the Democrats gave you, you know, because they needed to use you, and they did. And you took those grants and you thought that made you better than Black Americans because y'all called us lazy and said why we can't do the same things that y'all doing because y'all getting over here and thriving, not knowing that they kept us from those very grants that they gave to you. Well, at this point, I want you to keep the same energy, okay? I would speak up, I would fight, but I'm too lazy, remember? And also, all skin folk ain't kin folk. Y'all made sure that we knew that all of these years because you always said, me no Black. I know Black. Oh, no, I know Black. So I want y'all to keep that same energy, okay? Now that the temporary protected status, that's over, remember, I know Black. Okay, good talk. I'll talk to y'all later. Immigrants. Well,
how well is it going, family, right now for the Me No Black community? Is the Me No Black community having a good time right now? All the Me No Blacks, I want you to tell the world, do you still want to be Me No Black? Huh? Because one thing, you can't turn around now. You was Me No Black then. You're going to have to stay Me No Black forever. And Me No Black get me no help from foundational Black Americans if we want to go there. Nah, hey, we ain't helping nobody. No, fam, ain't nobody getting anything. Foundational Black Americans ain't assisting these people, and we ain't gonna play games with these people neither. Me no Black. We too lazy to help y'all. See, what you really want to do, you want to come over here to my country, and you want to disrespect my lineage, and then you want us to just sit back and accept it. Never that. That's never happening. So, family, TPS, gone. Deportations up. Birthright citizenship is something that they've been using for a long time. Well, what's the answer to birthright citizenship? Anchors away. Anchors away, which means anchors can't stay. For every anchor baby, there are 5 deported parents. Every time you see a child and their parent isn't around them, family, then you're going to see them same children get put into a facility. Once some kids get put into the facility, it's either they asses go back home, or they asked us, go back home. So it's a roundabout way. You can't just be sitting here with no parent. Because family, let's go there. Half of the people that you've seen at the border that were coming across, those weren't their kids anyway. They did DNA tests that showed that those kids were not actual relatives of the people that they were with, because those Mexican moms, those Venezuelan moms, and even the African moms, because they popped up at the border as well, they passed those kids off, family. They was passing those kids off, and they would leave a little note. They say, hey, here's my son. Hey, here's my daughter. Family, there's nobody more disrespectful to foundational Black America than these people, but there's also nobody more disrespectful to their own people than those people. These individuals never were down with each other. They were never there. How many videos did y'all see when the people be at the border and they be crying? They be out there saying, oh, my kid, I can't bring my kid with me. That wasn't even typically their kid. They were passing their kid off to the cartel. There's a lot of videos out there that was showing it, fam. So miss me with the birthright citizenship. So wait a minute now. Now they care about these kids. Now they got some type of interest in these children. Fam, where was the interest in all of these migrant kids when those migrants were showing up over here with kids that weren't even theirs? Where was the interest then? Do y'all remember when Tom Homan was going around and he was pounding the drum and he kept saying, these kids do not belong to these immigrants showing up at the border? And the Democrats said, oh, quit lying. You being racist again. They didn't ever want to acknowledge it. And we were sitting here saying it. But now what you're seeing is everybody's witnessing exactly the way that's all turned out. Family, there's a lot of things that's been going on. And let me tell y'all how they've been running around here and they've been making up all these lies in disguise and they've been saying all these things. Fam, the truth of the matter is right here on your screen. Look at your screen, family. Look at your screen. Households on welfare. Illegal immigrants, 61%. U.S. born, 37%. What happened to all that work harder stuff? Ain't that what they told us, fam? They told us to work harder. See, when you actually look at the numbers, you come to find out they ain't been working hard at all. They've been the ones out here getting all them kickbacks. They've been the ones out here getting all them benefits. They've been the ones out here getting all them hand-me-downs. You mean to tell me the people that come to this country because they didn't work hard enough in their country can come here and try to tell people that they're hard workers? Where in the hell did that myth come from? How can you be a hard worker when you didn't work hard enough to build your homeland? 61% of illegal immigrant households use welfare. Children are the main conduit for aid. Damn, that doesn't look like you working hard. That don't look like you doing a good job. That don't look like you really give a damn. Family, these are the statistics that they don't ever talk about. When was the last time or the first time or any time that you heard them ever bring this up? They don't bring this up because they understand if they did bring this up, then all of that I work hard stuff would be right on out the window. And guess what, fam? Whether they want it or not, that stuff is right on out the window because we're not playing none of them games. You ain't work hard nowhere. Only thing you do is that you run hard when you run to the borders of America. But once you get here to America, you get all types of benefits that even Americans can't get. So we reject wholeheartedly this y'all work so damn hard lie. We reject wholeheartedly that y'all out here doing anything significant. In reality, all you do is got your hand out while you hating on foundational Black Americans. But let me tell you something, fam. There's also a bunch of Haitians running around here talking crazy. Yep. Let me show you Mr. Barbecue Man over here. This man got a message for Donald Trump. Y'all watch this right here. This man said, Donald Trump, he got something to tell you. Watch this.
Hello, President Trump. I'm Haitian. You know what I'm saying? You need to move your ambassador in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Haitian, I don't play. I don't have problem. Whatever want to go Haiti, you need move your ambassador in Haiti.
What the hell?
Hello, President Trump. I'm Haitian. You know what I'm saying? You need move your ambassador in Haiti. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Haitian, I don't play. I don't have problem. What?
No, I don't know what you're saying. Nobody knows what you're saying. We can't make it out. You know what I say? I hate him. You know how to tell him about. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I can smell your breath through TikTok, but that's about the only damn thing. Stop playing, Musty Man. Stop playing, Musty Man.
Saying, Haitian, I don't play. I don't have problem. Whatever want to go Haiti, you need move your ambassade in Haiti. Hello, President.
Damn, fam. That's what we talking about, fam. Them drugs is bad for you. Stay off the drugs. They ain't good for you. That right there. You see what I'm talking about? They don't have a plan. See, fam, what's their 2-year plan? Hell, what's their 1-week plan? Deportation? We have left these people with nothing but deportation. The fact of the matter is, fam, is that foundational Black Americans, our lineage, heritage, and culture, we have a bright future, okay? We are on the up. They're on the way down. There's nothing for these individuals in America, fam. They wake up every single day petrified of getting deported. That ain't no future. That ain't no agenda. That's nothing that's going to make you succeed. What they're doing, fam, is they're trying to take out their failures on FBA, but it's making them even more mad because FBA is paying them no never mind, no attention. They wake up every single day, fam, and they don't know if today is going to be the day where they get that knock on the door. They don't know if today is going to be the day where Tom Homan shows up. They don't know if today is going to be the day that they end up in Port-au-Prince. Fam, you may wake up in Pennsylvania and end up in Port-au-Prince. That's the reality for these people. So what you're dealing with is what I call tether depression, okay? These tethers are very depressed, fam. They're very depressed and they stress because, well, they wanted more, but they got less, okay? They don't have anything going for them other than them damn handcuffs. And foundational Black American shit, they ain't our problem. You know what I'm saying? They look at where we're moving and what we're doing and how we're on code. They don't have a code. The only thing they got is their homeland waiting for them. And the reason why they don't want to go back to their homeland, because, you know, you got people like Barbecue over there. And Barbecue saying, come on back. Come on down and I see you. So in reality, family, these people are stuck with nowhere to go. And foundational Black Americans, shit, we ain't playing none of that, fam. We out here telling everybody that it is what it is.
Listen, I got to say this, right? And this is for all the Haitians. You know what I'm saying? It's not our fault that y'all are getting deported back. It's not our fault. And for the that's getting her talking about some all Haitians need to be the best that they can be. Yeah, be the best that you can be in Haiti.
Be the best you can be in Haiti.
And for the that's getting her talking about some all Haitians need to be the best that they can be. Yeah, be the best that you can be in Haiti. Don't come over here in America and think that y'all are as privileged as everybody else, because that's not the case. And my thing is this: out of all that voodoo that y'all did back in the colonial days to defeat the white man, why aren't y'all using that same today in 2026?
What happened to all of that? I'm going to put a little spell on you. Remember all that stuff? Remember the Africans were saying that last year, fam? Remember? Y'all notice anytime foundational Black Americans start talking about delineating, they start talking about black magic. Y'all notice that? Notice that, fam? But they ain't saying that when it comes to W's. I guess black magic don't work on white skin, huh? Yeah, because you don't want to do it, do you?
Y'all know damn well. Y'all know that man was coming for y'all ass this whole time. Why haven't y'all used back in the colonial period to defeat these people or to do what y'all have to do to make go y'all way? But instead, y'all thought that y'all were better than foundation Black Americans, aka real Americans, right? Y'all started paying band y'all self together with the Africans, Jamaicans, and you know, y'all thought y'all were better than foundation Black Americans. But y'all forgot that we are the very people that fought hard enough for y'all ass to be over here. Like they say, you never bite the hand that feeds you, because eventually you're going to need them again. So it's not our duty as Black Americans to sit here and protest for y'all, get out in the streets, put our lives at risk because y'all didn't read a book and y'all didn't do what y'all have to do in the last 15 years when they gave y'all protective status. Y'all had 15 years to get your paperwork and your shit together. Y'all thought it was going to be like this forever, and that's not the case. Y'all know how America operates. So at the end of the day, y'all cannot be mad at nobody but yourselves. Because let's be honest, and this is no diss to none of the Haitians. I love Haitian people. But aren't y'all the same people, quote unquote, that y'all got people out here so scared to mess with y'all or so scared to attack y'all because y'all was going to put voodoo on everybody and this and that? Where the is that same energy when you dealing with the white man? Y'all so quick to bring that up against other black people in America, but when it comes to the white man, all of a sudden y'all got amnesia on y'all culture, on what y'all did back in y'all country. Because truth be told, I feel like y'all really believe that won't fly in America, which is not, because we already know what's gonna happen. But at the end of the day, like I said, y'all can't blame nobody but yourselves. So I mean, hey, at the end of the day, do what you gotta do. Listen, I gotta say this, right?
Oh man, oh man, oh man. You see what we saying, family? Oh, the reason why, I'm gonna tell you right. First off, ain't none of that gonna fly on certified foundational Black Americans, you know what I'm saying? Because we walk with the glow in that aura. But y'all don't never say nothing about them W's again, fam. Here you go. Here go number 375 of them getting checked by the W's and not saying the damn thing. You still ain't said nothing to the W. W man still walking around here, still checking. You ain't said nothing. You done got your mouth closed, ain't you? You ain't said a damn thing about it. Because in reality is that they love W's. Fam, if you just want to get straight to it, all minorities love W's. That's the they love them. They love them more than they love themselves, fam. This is why they're able to get colonized. What's the common theme here, fam? W shows up, gets them to fight each other because they love the W that much. And when they deal with foundational Black Americans, they see people who only love ourselves. We love ourselves, fam. There's too much FBA energy over here to be spreading it around, fam. We love what we see in the mirror. We love the brother and sister sitting next to us. See, loving yourself is a foreign concept to an immigrant, a fleer, a tether, okay? It's very foreign to them. See, when they look at us and they see people who are proud to be Black, they see people who are proud of their lineage, they see people who are proud of their family, they see people who don't kiss the W's ass. That is completely foreign to them. They don't understand it and they don't want to understand it because they love the W more than they love their parents. They love the W more than they love their lineage. They love the W more than they love their homeland. Fam, they leave their homeland so they can come to the W's homeland, so they can be next to the W. That's why I tell everybody immigration is about proximity. And then when they get here, they see foundational Black Americans. We handle our business. We stay on our own lane. And they don't want to be in their own lane. They want to throw an arm around Mrs. Megyn Kelly, but Megyn Kelly ain't throwing an arm around them. That's what they don't like. And at the end of all of that, and if you bring that all the way back around, that is the main reason why these people get shut down. And family, when I say shut down, they're now talking about shutting down the actual government. Yeah, you've got politicians out there right now, and they're saying they're going to shut the government down if they don't get what they want in terms of stopping these people. ICE is out here in the streets. And one thing about ICE don't discriminate. Everybody's getting rounded up. See, we've been telling everybody we over here on Team Non-Deportable, and they thought it was funny. They thought it was sweet. They thought it was a game. But now they're starting to witness it, and now they're starting to realize it. Oh, it's a whole different ballpark over here, family. Look at this. This is what we mean, y'all. These people are in trouble.
What we know about ICE arresting 10,000 people in 5 days. This mass arrest happened between June 26th and June 30th. That means that they detained about 2,000 people a day without much fanfare. Usually, there is a lot of public outrage when this many arrests are being made at the same time. Here's what we know about ICE arresting 10,000 people in 5 days. That means that they detained about 2,000 people a day without much fanfare. Usually, there is a lot of public outrage when this many arrests are being made at the same time. But very few people know that these mass arrests are happening because under Tom Homan and Mark Wayne Mullen, the agencies have shifted their tactics. They vowed to continue Trump's mass deportation agenda, but to keep the agency out of the headlines. First of all, no more announcing what cities they're going to hit next. Previously, under Kristi Noem and Greg Bambino, you always heard of an operation coming to a city, like Operation Metro Surge in Minnesota, where we saw Alex Preddy and Renee Good be shot and killed by federal immigration agents. Announcing these surges in advance allowed people to coordinate and be able to try and keep their neighbors safe. So Mark Wayne Mullen and Tom Homan have gotten rid of that announcing what cities they're going after. They have also been able to keep these mass arrests quiet by going after people at their check-ins and increasing the number of police departments that have signed 2A7G programs. Local police are pulling people over and then calling ICE or Border Patrol on those people. This makes it difficult for rapid response teams to know what's going on. And this tactic keeps the mass arrest out of the public eye. The cops can bring the person they most likely racially profiled to the jail, and then there they can get picked up by ICE without any reporters or any protesters seeing any of it. Unfortunately, it seems like this 2,000 people a day is their new quota. Please share this story because not a lot of people know that this is happening and this is deliberate. They want to do this in the shadows so people are not outraged that their neighbors are.
Stop. 2,000 people a day. The new quota. And they keeping everything concealed. No more is it going to be front page. No more is they going to be on the news. No more is they going to make a mockery of it. See, fam, all that stuff that was going on in the wintertime, they done went back and cleaned it up. And now that they done cleaned it up and the birthright citizenship thing just popped off several days ago, now they got a whole new apparatus. And it is not friendly to none of the illegals at all.
Now, those are some high numbers. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement has detained more than 10,000 people in the last 5 days.
Terribles noticias de inmigración. En los últimos 5 días han arrestado a 10,000 inmigrantes los agentes de ICE.
En los últimos 5 días, ICE ha detenido a más de 10,000 inmigrantes, duplicando el ritmo de arresto.
In the last 5 days, ICE has had over 10,000 confirmed arrests.
From last Saturday to today, July 2nd, ICE have arrested over 10,000 immigrants. And most of these arrests have a pending case, either pending asylum, and for some other arrests, people been in the U.S. for 10, 15, 20 years.
Now, those are some high numbers. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement
Damn, you damn right them is some high numbers. Yep. And y'all about to be hightailed the hell up out of America as well. There it is, fam. Do you see what I see every day, y'all? These people are right now actively getting packed up out of the United States. And it couldn't happen to better tethers. It just really couldn't happen to better tethers. They seen, there's a lot of things that went on, fam. They seen what ended up happening in the wintertime. And remember in the wintertime, fam, where all the liberals were out there and they had their little committees and their little phones and they would meet them up. Notice everything that's happening now is under surveillance because, like we were saying, they have upped the ante and these people are funded more, okay? You're starting to see everything in conjunction. The lines in the sand have been drawn. This is the worst time of all times to be a fleer. All that fleeing stuff where you want to get on the internet and talk crazy, now you're going to see what it's really hitting for. And these people ain't playing with you. They rounding you up, and any protection you think you thought you had is out the door. And we was telling everybody, we was warning everybody, and people thought that little birthright citizenship thing was some type of major feat. No, the hell it wasn't. Let me tell you, there's about 10,000 folks that got rounded up just since birthright citizenship ruling came in, and the birthright citizenship ruling didn't save them. So if it didn't save them, what's next, fam? What's next is a one-way ticket back to your homeland or sending you to a place that you've never been before. Because remember, the United States government sends you wherever they want to send you. All right. Once you get put into custody here, you can't say, well, send me back to Mexico. Fam, they don't pick up the phone and call these people's homeland and be like, hey, you want Julio back? I'm going to drop Pedro off later. Yeah, you know, the one Pedro, the one who ran over here, with his kids. Yeah, him. I'm going to send him back. Hell no. They say, you're going to Uganda. I told you, fam, you can flee here from South America and you can wind up in South Africa. All of them little African countries that were coming over here and they was making deals saying, we'll take all the deportees. That's what Ghana did. Remember, fam, when Ghana came over here talking about reparations, Ghana was signing a defense pact with the EU. Okay. But on top of them signing the defense pact, Ghana made a deal under the table to the United States that they'll accept any deportations. Yes, they try to make it look like we'll take people from Ghana. No. They'll take people from Mexico, from Venezuela. They'll take people from Cuba. Anywhere where your ass gets deported to is going to be where America says so. So it's deportations and it's all across the nation and apparently outside of your home nation. And family, right now in the government, they have something very serious going on. See, I'm loving it right now. This is a beautiful time, y'all, because they thought it was sweet. They thought everything was good. Oh, they was talking crazy, y'all. But now they're out here saying, we'll shut the government down. Now they're willing to shut the government down. See, all of you illegals that were talking very, very bold when that birthright citizenship thing came in, all you did is that you made the dominant society even more crazy. Only thing you did was took the dominant society and they're despised for you anyway, and you done turned up the temperature. So you got people in the government saying, you know what we need to do? Unfund everything until we get what we want. Watch.
I can tell you right now that for the decisions I have remaining in my time in Congress in this term, for the remaining of our funding decisions and appropriations, for whatever we're going to do in reconciliation, we better fix this. This Congress better fix this. Because I have no interest in continuing to fund the operations of a government that has been undermined by the United States Supreme Court.
Damn! He mad, y'all. He pissed.
We should pause all immigration immediately. And by the way, Chip says, whoa, they said, Chip, you can't get that through the Senate. We have 60 votes. Well, let's keep having that fight too, because the Save America Act is not the actual full nature of the fight. The issue here is whether there is in any way, shape, or form a 60 vote threshold that we have to follow. There is not. The Senate as a body is, yes, to be a cooling saucer. Yes, as a conservative, I like there to be barriers to quick action for legislation. But under no circumstances does the Constitution or anything else contemplate 60 votes besides rules arbitrarily set by members of the Senate. And here we are at a time where this body, Congress, the House and the Senate together, need to act to protect our nation's sovereignty by allowing only American citizens to vote in American elections, to require voter identification in elections of our federal officials, to, yes, make very clear that subject to the jurisdiction thereof means what it means, and no, we're not going to import people into the United States as long as we're being told, absolutely, you must grant citizenship for any child born here. We have a choice, and we need to make it.
Damn. I'm telling you, fam, they willing to turn everything upside down to get their way. Oh, they not playing the games with these folks, fam. No, the hell they not. They willing to take everything, destroy it, rebuild it in the name of supremacists. I want you to notice, though, fam, something he said that was very, very crucial. He said he don't want to fund anything as long as it's governed by the Supreme Court. That right there, family, is the dominant society telling the Supreme Court, you better get on supremacist code. He's talking in supremacist code. He's telling them if the dominant society Supreme Court is not going to make the rulings in the best of your average, everyday dominant society citizen, then we'll shut the whole damn thing down. We'll shut the whole damn thing down. That's what he was saying. So all of them smiles turned into frowns real quick, didn't they? All of them smiles turned into frowns real quick. And then let me say this, fam, and let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all noticed after the birthright citizenship ruling came back, have the Democrats been kind of quiet? Have the Democrats been real quiet? Fam, I thought when the ruling came down, I thought you was going to see the Democrats everywhere. I thought you was going to see Jasmine Crockett come out. Where's Hakeem Jeffries? I ain't seen him. Hakeem Jeffries, they didn't throw no press conference. They threw more press conferences about the NCAA than they did about this birthright citizenship ruling. You ain't seen him. Where's Chuck Schumer? I ain't seen him come out. He ain't said a damn thing. The Democrats have been real quiet after this birthright citizenship ruling. Why? Family, I'm going to tell you why. The reason why the Democrats have been so quiet in regards to this is because they understand Donald Trump is about to spin the block, and there's not a damn thing they can do about it. They can't come out here right now and say, please, Donald Trump, stop. How? ICE just got an extra couple $1 billion. The Border Patrol, that ended up getting an extra couple $1 billion. The anchors away, that's already starting to get pushed as legislation, and more people are picking up on it. And then when you see ICE out here rounding up people 10,000 a day, or 5 days, they ain't got nothing they can do. The Democrats know there's nothing they can do or nothing they can say to stop Donald Trump and his mass deportation assault that's going on right now over 4th of July weekend as we all sit here as foundational Black Americans and we rejoice in being our foundational Black American exceptional selves. This is going down and the Democrats ain't said nothing, y'all. Weren't they just in Selma? They was just in Selma, fam. Weren't they just jumping on tables? What happened to that little Peterson dude with the fake ass afro? I ain't seen this dude. He ain't said nothing. Democrats have been ultra silent because they understand there's nothing that they can possibly do. And also, for the Democrats to get involved in this, now you're infringing on supremacy in a public forum. See, when it's a political supremacy conversation, they'll play with that. But whenever the supremacist conversation goes into the public forum, and I'm talking about Tobacco Ted, Brussels Sprouts Bob, Fentanyl Fanny, Meth Head Melissa, see, that's your average everyday supremacist. They're not politicians. They don't play the political game. They want Julio's ass gone. They don't want Julio's kids here. They want Julio's kids gone. And the Democrats and the Republican politicians, they understand they got to walk a tightrope when you start dealing with Trailer Park Trevor. Trailer Park Trevor, he one of them hillbilly backwoods dudes. And it'll go bad if you out here trying to scam him. So that's the reason why the Democrats have been so hushed, and that's the reason why the Republicans have been so hushed. They're not really saying much. This whole assault that's going on right now, this is all brought to you by these individuals being stealth. They want to pull up on these people because they're not playing. They was playing a game a year ago. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to have a press conference. Boom. Notice Donald Trump was very, very hushed. He was like, we're going to take care of birthright citizenship. He didn't even get into detail. He was like, we'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Why you do that? Because they understand. Let me show y'all even further what we're talking about, y'all. This goes down real fast in the United States of America. This is what they're talking about a lot of those Haitians as well. They're telling the people in Haiti, they said, hey, you had your opportunity to leave. If you didn't take our opportunity to fly your ass out of America, then that's all on you. You going home. Watch this.
Decision yesterday. From a Department of Justice standpoint, it's obviously focusing our prosecutors and our law enforcement partners on birthing tourism, and it's a booming industry, and it will continue. It will continue given the Supreme Court's decision yesterday. There's other things that DHS can do and the federal government can do in the visa process and in the application process to try to minimize or limit the opportunity of folks coming here to not to visit and not to do what they're saying they're doing on their tourist visa, but just to have a baby that can then be a U.S. citizen. So from our standpoint, it's focusing on what is a problem. So everybody should agree that it's a violation of our laws if your intent in coming here, if you're pregnant, is to have a child to become a United States citizen because of our now laws. And so what we have to do as the Department of Justice is make sure our agents or HSI agents that we work with and the FBI are focused on stopping that, and that's what we're going to do. Decision yesterday. From a Department of Justice standpoint, it's obviously
you're going to focus on stopping it, huh? So, family, they say that they want to focus on stopping this birthright citizenship, and they're saying it very, very, hey, we're just going to go ahead, we're going to go out and stop it. It ain't going to be too good. We're just going to make sure that it happens. Well, the main component, family, for them stopping it is what we showed earlier. Getting out anybody who comes here pregnant. And I'm telling y'all, that anchors away bill is going so fast that people cannot even keep up with it. That right there was basically them getting on code and saying, bring your child here and see what happens. Bring your child here, and it's going to go very, very bad for everybody who tries to do that. And that's cool, because there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to send an illegal back. And that's what everybody's on right now, because everybody's witnessing these people trying to hustle the system. See, all that hustling the system, scamming the system, getting over on the system, don't nobody respect that. I don't know if they think that people respect that, or that's something that's like elongated or something you're going to continue to do. Ain't nobody going to sit back and watch you just scam the United States of America while you drop your kid over here and think that people in the United States of America is just going to be absolutely positively fine with it. Hell to the no. It don't work that way. Not over here. And if you thought for 1 second the W's was just going to sit back and let that play out, shit. And if you're seeing now, they're all realizing what we already knew, that the dominant society, they're going to hit that damn U-turn, and that U-turn going to get up on you real quick. And speaking of real quick, look who popped up real quick over here, family. Tom Homan. Tom Homan done popped up, and watch the little pep in his step he's got. What Congress can do on birthright citizenship.
Right. I mean, the first thing I saw the decision, which I don't agree with, is okay, now we step up enforcement. We step up more enforcement. Even though we're doing record amounts of enforcement now, we need to do more. And not only that, we need to, really buckle down on birth tourism. We have many investigations on birth tourism, but we need to quadruple down on that. And look, I agree with Judge Alito. First of all, I've been doing this since 1984. That's when I started in Border Patrol. This birthright citizenship has always been a major driver for illegal immigration. During the Biden administration, the Yuma Hospital, the El Paso Hospital, 100% maternity beds were illegal aliens. That's not a coincidence. That's not by accident. But it's always been a driver for illegal immigration. But more importantly, it's a national security issue, because the birth tourism investigation I'm aware of, you got nationals from China and Russia coming here by the thousands, having a baby and leaving. Now, so we have U.S. citizens by the thousands and discontinued by the millions living in countries that I think are adversaries to us, that can come here and have an impact on how this country is run. So it's a national security issue, a huge proportion that we need to address. And I hope Congress does it.
At the broadest and most shallow level, I bring up the World Cup
Tom, but the point really is, do you have a citizenry that is loyal to the country, that actually values and prioritizes the United States of America? And I would argue you have to have a citizenship.
Right. I mean, the first thing I saw the decision, which I don't.
The hospitals on the border are filled up with kids that are anchor babies. Think about that, family. On the actual border where these people flee, you got a lot of those people from their community who are nurses and they're doctors, and they basically just let them come on in. They say, come on in. The job is yours. Bring your children with you. All of that's got to get stopped. And this is how you stop it.
After that Supreme Court ruling on birthright citizenship against Trump, he went on to Plan B. Literally, you know how they be popping those Plan B pills to prevent entry into life? Yeah, they're going on to their Plan B to prevent physical entry into the United States for foreign pregnant women. If you're late into your pregnancy, this proposal will deny you entry into the United States. And you have to provide documentation that you're not pregnant before traveling to the United States. And if they find that these forms are fraudulent, they will deny you entry right there on the spot. They even have a Republican rep by the name of Andy Ogles. He's proposing this act called Anchors Away Act, which will literally deny physical entry into the United States if you're a foreign pregnant woman. So yeah, they're coming up with this Plan B collectively. Mark Wayne Mullen, DHS, and they're coming with this proposal. They have people backing them and supporting them on this proposal when it comes to foreign pregnant women and denying them access and entry into the United States. Literally, their Plan B. Let me know what you think about it, because right now they're just putting it together, and then they have that act with Andy Ogles, which is a Republican rep, Anchors Away. Drop it in the comment section.
So I have a bill. It'll be called Anchors Away, which, look, if you're not a U.S. citizen, if you're not a green card holder, and you have a child on U.S. soil, today, that child would be a U.S. citizen. Under my bill, under my legislation, we fix that and go back to what our founders intended. So in short, what this bill does is if you are a pregnant woman, you can't come into this country. You've got to be a citizen, be here. You have to have a green card holder. So if you're pregnant and you don't have one of those statuses, no admittance allowed.
After that Supreme Court.
Anchors away. I'm for it, family. I'm 100% for it. They need to go ahead and drop that right damn now, y'all. Anchors away. That's what it looks like right there, family. This is what they're doing to get these people the hell up out of the United States of America, because they ain't got no business being in the United States of America, and everybody knows exactly what they're trying to do, dropping their damn kids off. We know it. You know it. We all know it. That is why they putting that out there, fam. And let me tell you something. That was written way before you seen anything pop off, fam. They had that already locked in because, fam, they already knew what the Supreme Court was going to do. If you notice, fam, Donald Trump was already saying he expected them to go against him. He already said he expected it. He said because they vote against him any damn way. And a lot of people don't want to twist the Constitution, so they already had that lined up. They had a plan from the jump to stop all of this stuff and to shut all of it down. And what we're doing is we're witnessing it on top of deportations, on top of these people getting exiled, on top of these people being sent back. That right there is very, very prominent, because if you watch the way that this immigration thing has basically lined up lately, family, in the United States of America, the one denominator that you see is that every single time where these people ended up getting arrested, it's like a 99% deportation rate. All that stuff where the Democrats are saying people was getting arrested and it wasn't fair and it wasn't nice and they was really nice people. Hell no. When your ass gets arrested by ICE, that's like them feds coming knocking on your door. You gone. And that's why they're so afraid of getting arrested in the first place. That's why they're always evading it and trying to duck and hide. And the Haitians right now have been trying to duck and hide. And let me tell you why the Haitians have. Because a lot of Haitians have ran. Ever since the TPS ruling came down, fam, a lot of them are split. A lot of them has gotten the hell out of Dodge. A lot of them have said, we're going to go on the run. Remember old buddy? When he said, I ain't going back to Haiti. I ain't going back to Haiti. A lot of them are openly saying, I'm out the door. I'm out the door. And do y'all know you got people running around here telling Black Americans that we need to stop listening to Kodak Black? because he's Haitian? Fam, who gonna tell him? Who gonna tell him we don't listen to no damn Kodak Black, Kodak Crack, Kodak Smack? Kodak Black don't listen to damn Kodak Black. This is all you got is Kodak Black to say, well, y'all better put your Kodak Black CD down. Y'all better listen to Kodak Black another time. We ain't listening to him no damn time. That's all they got, fam. I'm telling you. These people wake up every day and it's all about deportation. That's the only thing they have, fam. They get checked by Megyn Kelly and they get deported by Tom Homan. Damn, it ain't too good. Y'all look at this right here. Look at this. And we're going to go to the no hairline community. Fam, they out here telling us, since we don't support Haitians, we need to stop listening to Kodak Black.
I bet you all these FBA people still listen to Kodak. I bet you all these FBA people still listen to Kodak. I bet you these FBA people still listen to Kodak. Sitting around talking all this hot about Africa, talking all this hot about the Haitians, talking all this hot shit about the Caribbeans, and yet y'all steady walking around listening to their music, supporting they rappers, supporting they artists, putting y'all hair in African style, wearing African beads, African crystals, practicing African spirituality. Like, you know, no matter what religion you practice, you're practicing some form of African tradition. But I don't think FBA people are that cultured and informed to know this. Just like why I asked them if they're indigenous to America, like how the Native Americans claim to be, and where are their traditions? Well, there's nothing left of your tradition, nothing left of your original indigenous culture.
There's nothing left to your hair strands, okay? Dude, your hairline goes way too far back to talk about FBA, all right? This dude hairline is DOA, all right? Your hairline is nowhere near present. If you don't take that damn whatever you got and put a mop on top of it or something, you better go get the nearest rug. You better go get you a carpet. You better put you a goddamn blanket on top of your head. You better be like them damn Arabs and do something and wrap it up. This is what we talking about, family. These folks running around here with no hairline trying to talk to black Americans. I mean, fam, you need the binoculars to see this dude's hair. If you don't get the hell up out of here.
Culture, but you know this for a fact. That said, bro, these people are dumb, but with all this stuff going on with the Haitians, y'all hooting, hollering, and doing backflips and celebrating them getting deported, I hope that you guys are deleting all the Kodak Black songs. I hope y'all stop wearing dreads. I hope y'all stop wearing wigs. I shouldn't be seeing no FBA people walking around with any wigs. Like, and everything that comes from Africa and the Caribbean culture, just go ahead and get rid of it. Just remember, you're not African.
Y'all don't even understand what y'all doing.
And you don't have any hair. Listen, fam, none of that stuff comes from Africa. Every single thing that they saying, well, you better not walk, you better not breathe, you better not put shoes on. They be just trying to claim anything, don't they? They just be making up stuff, fam. If I were you, you better park your car because cars came from Africa. They always talk about what came from Africa, but when you go to Africa, it ain't there. And if it is there, the Chinese man got it. You better start worrying about what the hell you got and quit worrying about what we got, because what we got clearly is working.
Y'all hating on real n****s. You know what I'm saying? Y'all happy we getting deported. Y'all want us out the country. Y'all say it's y'all country. Then y'all turn around saying, oh, get out of our country. Then y'all turn around saying, oh, you see the Haitians, they get in political positions and they only look out for Haitians. How the f we getting in political position in this y'all country?
What?
What the f y'all talking about? You is the that everybody be talking about. Take my hat off for this. You is the everybody be talking about. You is the, you know what I'm saying? Y'all the.
No, I don't know what you're saying. And why the hell this man got Mozart in the back? He trying to get all deep with it. Know what I'm saying, man? Y'all the one that didn't live where you was now. And this man got a piano in the back. This dude moist as hell. If you don't get the hell up out of here, this dude out here with his twist in his hair, his hat looks wrinkled. How the hell your hat wrinkled? This man got a wrinkled hat, y'all. Trying to talk about foundational black America. If you think he bad, watch this dude right here. Fam, FBA ain't paying these people no never mind.
And they were talking about all of the hateful comments and the rhetoric that's been spewed by a lot of FBA individuals. And I said something that's going to be pretty unpopular between a lot of Haitians. So as you guys know, TPS has ended. And now a lot of Haitians that's on TPS is up for deportation. And there's been plenty of videos, comments.
TPS has ended. Now, I guarantee you, TPS ending for Haitians is somehow going to turn into FBA because they can't stop talking about us, even when they're facing deportation.
With FBA individuals essentially, glorying and praising that, Haitians are going to get deported. They got to go back, pack up your bags, all of these different things like that. And then he said, you don't see how a lot of their talking points is literally symmetrical to white supremacists and how they were treated by white America. And I said, yes, but guess what? Have grace. I told them the first thing that you have to do is look at the history of Black Americans. For the group of
have grace. You the one getting deported. You the one from a third world country. You the one with no running water. Fam, the no running water homelander is trying to have grace for us. Y'all see what we talking about with these people?
of individuals that have endured the most hardship in this country, they're also the most accepting, they're the most forgiving, and they're the most welcoming. So you can't take the action of a few individuals, and especially in the moment of anger, and try to paint that as their character and who they are and what they represent. Because first and foremost, immigration definitely does affect Black Americans. And not only that, but based on how they're being treated now and the history of how they've been treated, they have all the right to be angry, to be mad. Now, you may say, well, they can be mad, but they
angry and mad? We clowning you. I know you don't think we saying this because we angry and mad. Funny how 1 minute they say we angry and mad, and then the other second they tell us how we was making jokes about them. Ain't nobody mad at you. You ain't got enough running water for me to be mad at you, okay? You ain't got enough homeland to be mad at you.
They don't have to be as hateful as they're being. And this is where I will come in and say, even if you see hateful rhetoric, that's not their heart. Even if you see a lot of people saying, pack your bags, ICE is going to come get you, go back to your country, and all of these different things, I'm telling you, as hateful as they may be, that is not their heart. What you're witnessing is a lot of misplaced anger. While I might not agree with the hateful rhetoric, I'm in 100% support for the FBA movement. All you have to do is give them.
See, he's trying to sneak this, y'all. That's what he's trying to do. They did mad. We got to understand now. They don't know what's happening because they mad. You see what they're doing, fam? You see what they, once again, you're still talking about me. You still ain't talking about Miracle Whip Megan, and you still ain't said a damn word about Meth Head Matthew. You done skipped over them for the 11th time. Again, I'm waiting on you to mention all of these W's who are out here dragging your asses. But you sitting here trying to sneak this FBA, and apparently your sneak this ain't working because we seeing right through it. So you're failing at that. You're failing at sneak dissing. You failed at your homeland. You failed with a hairline. You failed at getting the date. I mean, damn. Come up with something better, partner, because it just ain't cutting it.
Some time to get some real good leaders that's going to point them in the right direction, give them the right talking point, and things to focus on and to build so that they can primarily focus on FBAs. So all in all, don't let a few people with
we need some good leaders to lead us in the good direction so we can focus on FBA. It's funny though, because when we do focus on FBA, y'all always get mad and say, how come we leaving y'all out? Y'all get mad and say, delineation is bad. You see what we talking about with these folks, fam? This is why TPS is good. This is why they can go home. This is why ICE needs to get called. This is why they need to leave. Because of that right there. If you just did good and you had good leaders and you knew who your leaders were, then you would find a way back to the promised land. And you saying all of that in the car with no hairline. That's what these tethers be doing, family. This is why we say, when you see one, you done seen them all, pick up your phone and give ICE a call. That's how it is, y'all. See, you got to understand, every single thing that these individuals are doing right now is solely based on the fact that their destiny swap has been shut down. A year ago, they really thought the destiny swap was going to be something that they can hang their hat on. They really thought they was going to destiny swap their way into foundational Black American culture, and they ran into this delineation. And delineation is like a brick wall, okay? You run into it, it's a wrap. Night, you're going to be seeing stars. And that's exactly what it is. Not only are they seeing stars because their asses is asleep, they also seeing their homeland because their asses is back over there, okay? It's all about the homeland. It's all about going back and fixing where you came, all right? If you're worrying about foundational Black Americans, remember, you're talking about foundational Black and American, all right? You are not foundation to any damn thing because you flee every damn week. You are from me, no Black community, and you damn sure ain't American. So why are you even in this damn conversation? Why are you even talking to FBA? I told everybody that talking to these folks is over. There's no talking to these individuals, fam, because all they want to do is wrap their mouth around massa every time they see massa, and then hate on foundational Black Americans. You facing deportation, and you still talking about FBA. I mean, literally like a mass deportation effort, and you're still talking about foundational Black Americans. And fam, I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why they can't stop talking about foundational Black Americans. Fam, they over there right now singing and dancing for Donald Trump. Yes, they are. They're having a damn Donald Trump sing. Boy, I played. Hold on now. We ain't got to talk about it. We can be about it. Family, I want you to look at your local Haitian community. Haitians are so mad at foundational Black Americans, and they're so silent when it comes to the W's. So silent, family, that they're over there literally singing a Donald Trump song. Watch. Yes, family. Haitians for Trump. Haitians for Trump, y'all. Putting on a concert. He really think he getting it too, don't he? He really think he getting it. But fam, the party stops right here because they thought it was good, but it ain't.
Decision yesterday. From a Department of Justice standpoint, it's obviously focusing our prosecutors and our law enforcement partners on birthing tourism, and it's a booming industry, and it will continue. It will continue given the Supreme Court's decision yesterday. There's other things that DHS can do and the federal government can do in the visa process and the application process to try to minimize or limit the opportunity of folks coming here to.
Yep, limit the opportunity of folks coming here. I had to play that back one more time, family. I had to play that back one more time. Because they don't want to see that. See, you got to wake these people up. You got to remind them every time that they start singing and dancing, all right, and they think it's all good in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You got to go ahead and show them the Department of Homeland Security is telling them, go on out, okay? Because that's all a tether is. A tether is just homeless, all right? They just homeless tethers, all right? And they spineless as well. So, I mean, homeless, spineless, damn, everything less. I'm telling you, it's always less, fam. It ain't ever more, okay? That's why they always hating on foundational Black Americans. They over there singing and dancing right now, just having a jolly ass time too, weren't they? They was out there just living it up. Loving life. Life is just so great for them. But since life is so great for them, I'm going to tell y'all right now that it doesn't get too much better because now they're getting told your time has expired. Haitian migrants need to self-deport. Watch this.
The fact is TPS for certain individuals under the court ruling, they no longer have status. TPS was temporary. It was never meant to be permanent status. You had an opportunity while you were here to possibly try to change your status. Now that the court ruling has went out, you no longer have that option. You have to go back to a country that either take you or back to the country you came from. And if you deport yourself, which we will give you $2,600 plus a plane ticket to go home, you have the opportunity at that point to fill out it legally for a visa or another way to come back in this country. But you have to come in through our immigration systems and follow our laws, not illegally. But if we have to arrest you and deport you. That option of coming back in this country is off the table. So we would encourage everybody that fell underneath TPS, that is no longer temporary protected status for you. Your time has expired. Go to our website, sign up for self-deportation. We'll help you get to the country that you came from, or get you to the country that are willing to accept you. Fill out the paperwork, and maybe you can come back and participate in the American dream.
You spoke about Mike Lawler. That's his big cause. He's got a lot of Haitians who live in the Hudson Valley. Have you spoken to him about this? And it's big for the healthcare community here in New York too.
Mike and I have spoken almost daily. In fact, I've already talked to him today about this. He's trying to figure out the path forward. As I told him, he needs to encourage all the Haitians that are still underneath TPS status, or was underneath TPS status, to self-deport so they can have the opportunity to come back. So we're trying to work out, possibly even attach somebody with his office to help process the self-deportation. And then once they get back into the country they're going to, either host country or the country that they originated from, to fill out that paper. So the fact is, TPS for certain individuals.
Listen to what he said, fam. Host country or the country you're originally from. By the way, look at these dudes. Look at these guys in the background, man. Boy, they ain't playing, is they? Look at them. I'm telling y'all, these W's is turned up. These W's is turned up to the maximum. They not playing no damn games. You thought it was sweet with all your little, I get to stay in America. No, the hell you don't. It don't look like it to me. Them damn 10,000 people saying no. Notice, fam, he says, or your host country. Remember that term.
Process the self-deportation, and then once they get back into the country they're going to, either host country or the country that they
a host country. Family, do you know what a host country means? A host country means you gonna go to all of them places that were coming over here cutting deals. And guess what, fam? Half of those African countries that were coming over here and shaking hands with Donald Trump during the first weeks of his administration, those are the countries that were making the deals that they were going to take people who are deported from the United States of America. There's a very, very high chance that people who get deported are going to end up in Africa. Pedro, you going to Africa. Yes, the hell you are. Benavidez, you going to Africa. Yes, the hell you are. Kodak Crack, you going to Africa. Yes, the hell you are. So all of this talk about you going to go back to your homeland, that's one thing. That's if you self-deport. These folks ain't really going to try to self-deport, which means they're going to go to a host country. Remember that term. And notice, fam, they're breezing over that when they talk, right? They talk it real smooth, and you got to be able to catch it. You got to learn how to see it, fam. They got a lot of little terminologies and words that no one's really putting an emphasis on or an onus on. But when you really hear it, it's basically saying it's going to be hell out here for a fleer. Yes, you going to a place you ain't never stepped in. This is why you hear people say these people got deported, but there's no record of where they went to. Remember when they were running around and they're saying this man got arrested, he got deported, but his family can't find him in Venezuela. His family can't find him in Mexico. That's because he never went to Venezuela or Mexico. His ass went over the ocean, and he's somewhere in an African village right now. And that same African village is ran by an African president who flew over here to cut deals with America. You know, the same America that they're always using as an excuse when they flee. Well, I had to flee. Why? Because your country come to my country and your country hurt my country. Yep. And the president in your country came over here and he made a deal with the president of our country that he'll take every single deportee that shows up. There you go. Fam, it ain't good. I'm talking about it done went from bad to worse to terrible. Anybody out there who thinks they're going to come to the United States of America and just milk the system and scam the system, it's over. And let me tell you why it's over, fam. You can thank delineation. Delineation is responsible for mass deportations. Donald Trump listens to us any damn way. When he pops up and he says they're taking black jobs, he got that from foundational Black Americans, because we're the main ones who've been calling out these illegals who come into our communities and take our jobs. And then when he says Kamala Harris really ain't a black woman, shit, y'all know he got that from us, because we the main ones calling out these damn tethers, these melanated folks, these mops, these we know blacks. We've been the main ones calling out. So Donald Trump heard that. He said, oh, cool, I'm going to take that and run with it. And then on top of all of that, family, they also took one of the main things that foundational Black Americans have been saying that nobody really caught, but you know damn well that they were listening to it when we were speaking it. Fam, the main thing that they've taken away from foundational Black Americans is lineage first. Now everybody's lineage first. I remember just 10 years ago, everybody was race first. Black lives matter. What about the black people of the world, Pan-Africans of the world? Now everybody's talking about nationality, ethnicity, lineage, heritage, culture. When Megyn Kelly sits there and she starts talking about our culture and our values, and we built America. No, the hell you didn't. We did. That's all foundational Black American talking points. That all comes from the FBA grassroots. And y'all know they be listening. This is why Donald Trump transitioned from build that wall to the biggest mass deportation effort in American history. Remember, Donald Trump during his first term, it was very elementary. Build that wall. You didn't hear none of that. Build that wall. Build that wall. Remember that was a chance that they used to say in 2016? They didn't say that in 2024. In 2024, it was the largest mass deportation process in American history. That all is delineation. You can thank us for it, fam. And this is the influence that foundational Black Americans have always had on the United States of America. They watch what we say, and then they come up with their bastardized Mayo version of it. And when we sit back and we witness these people taking what we say, just know that we know that all of those talking points comes from us. It was foundational Black Americans who were saying that. And to add one more to the fray, fam, we're the ones who started all of this illegals coming to America, and then rising up in the political world doesn't need to be something that happens. You know, these people who come to America and they got allegiances to foreign countries, and then they end up becoming a mayor, or they end up becoming a governor, or they end up becoming a senator. All of this stuff where we got to get these immigrants out of politics, fam, that comes from FBA. Do you know why it comes from FBA? Because immigrants in politics has always been a hustle from the Democratic Party against us. Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, all of that immigrant background checking paperwork, that all comes from foundational Black Americans. That's a certified thing. And if you're looking, man, there's a hell of a lot of certified things. And you better give credit to the certified foundational Black American lineage, because you could thank us later. And family, let me tell y'all something that is really powerful out here in these streets. I'm talking about super strong out here in the streets that everybody's on, and it ain't slowed down. See, with a lot of stuff popping off out here in the United States, a lot of people is forgetting, oh, yeah. There's something still going on out here in the world today. There's something still going on out here in the world today, family. What'd that be? That'd be that 24/7 blackout. Fam, we still out here blacking out everything. While they getting deported, we still blacking them out. While they asses is getting arrested, we still blacking them out. When ICE is pulling up in that van, we still blacking them out. Every single thing we've been doing has been all about that foundational Black American blackout. That's what it's all been about. And word to the wise, and something they ain't gonna tell you, is that all of those stores are closing. And we've been keeping update to all of it, and we're gonna take it to the streets. Let me show y'all what the streets is telling you right now, fam. Oh yeah, all of them Jackie Chans and Lucy Lou's, they in about as bad as a position as the Pedros and the Selenas.
I'm so proud of you, Black Chicago, Black America. 426 Asian businesses have been forced to close down because you stopped frequenting them. That's way to spin in the black. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Damn!
I'm so proud of you, Black Chicago, Black America. 426 Asian businesses have been forced to close down because you stopped frequenting them. That's way to spin in the black. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
There you go, fam. Oh, we ain't done.
So proud of y'all. The transfer of wealth is going great from what I've heard, what I've seen online. More importantly, what I see in reality in my community. And I see other people sharing videos of thriving Black businesses. I don't care about the empty Asian shops because it was never about the Asians. It was about transferring the money back to the Black community, as it should be. Unc, see y'all. Unc proud, man. We got to keep going, for real. Peace and love, baby. Unc so proud of y'all.
Damn right it is. You damn right. And then let me give another update on this foundational Black American blackout that we got popping, family. Let me tell y'all, This all started with the Cyrus Belton situation, okay? And then we took that and then we turned this into a wealth transfer, a boycott, a blackout, a shutdown, anything that's got something to do with us keeping the money in-house. But the very first person that really jumped this thing off, fam, was in the chat right now. It's our sister Natural Tour, okay? Now everybody's pulling up to these places and they're showing you that these places are empty. But literally the next day, Natural Tour pulled up to that little salon out there in Carolina and she recorded it and it went ultra viral. Well, guess what? She ended up going back. And y'all remember the first time there was about 2 or 3 people there? Family, them 2 or 3 people turned into thin air. Shout out to our sister Natural Tour. Fam, this is the update. And the update shows that we up to date with shutting their asses down.
Okay, so no one's in here. One black lady is in there, y'all. One black lady. This was the original spot that I came to. Valentino's that went viral. No one's in there but one black lady. And she looked like an elderly black. Okay, so no one's in here. One black lady is in there, y'all. One black lady. This was the original spot that I came to. Valentino's.
Look how empty that place done turned out, family, in just a few weeks.
So no one's in here. One black lady is in there.
There you go. Oh, fam, I'm loving seeing all of these empty people. Oh, man, they thought they was going to be down, didn't they? They thought they was going to be good. They was like, yo, we down, we straight. Man, y'all black folks ain't going to stick to this. We going to send out all the COONs. We's going to get on the internet and make some love letters and tell everybody how we all buddy, pow, pow. Shit, ain't none of that worked, huh? Uh-huh. All of them are getting shut down, and there's nowhere to go but up. And family, do y'all know Africans are coming out and they're trying to make it look like they were helping us the whole time and they down to support us? Y'all remember when this jumped off and we said black owned and they start saying, yep, black, me black too, brother. Yes, come to my shop. Come to my shop. Did the Africans forget that our African hair shop boycott never stopped from last summer? Do they not know that we just put their name on the list and added a few more names on the list and we got a hell of a lot more names to put on the list? Hell, it just says everybody on the list. Everybody gets that 24/7 blackout. That's how we do, fam. This isn't a him, a them, a they. This is for everybody. Foundational Black Americans focus on foundational Black America. And if you are not from foundational Black America, I'm talking about born and raised. I'm talking about out the mud. I'm talking about from the soil. Then your ass can go ahead and just assume you on that damn list because you are. This is for everybody. And it ain't a until further notice. It's a forever. Family, look at this dude right here. Y'all look at this damn tether. This tether comes out there and he's saying, well, you know, I feel that it would be good if we help. Oh, y'all got to see this. Look at this right here. They thought they were slick, family. This dude really trying to put his 2 cents in on FBAs. Watch this.
So the FBAs have sent out another boycott message to the Asian community after the recent unaliving of the young 14-year-old African-American kid by the Asian gas store owner. And this has sparked a lot of protest by the FBAs, who are sick and tired of the Asian community treating them very poorly.
No, you ain't gonna talk in 15th person, Mutombo. This go for you too. This go for you too, Mutombo. Look at him trying to think he's slick, huh? He think if he throws Jackie Chan under the bus, he can remove himself from under the bus. They're tired. Black Americans are tired. They don't like the way that the Asians treat them. They don't like the way that Hispanics treat them. They don't like the way the white man treat them. No. Your ass is right there on the front of the list. You ain't just gonna hide. You can't hide the forehead. You can't hide accountability.
So a lot in the African American community or the FBA community have decided to boycott the Asian businesses or just the Asians in totality. So just like the FBA decided to boycott the Africans, now they're boycotting the Asians. So the boycotting has started. People are very, very upset. and deservedly so. That verdict was trash. That man should have been in jail for shooting a kid in the back, or for pew-pewing the kid in the back. And, it's becoming too much. The FBA community, or the African-American community, or the Black community is sick and tired of this kind of treatment by people who obviously do not value the life of Black people.
No. Look, fam, notice how he's trying to lean heavy on Black. Notice that, family. He keeps trying to lean on Blackness. That's one of their things, fam. They love flat Blackness. He went through every damn thing and kept saying they want to be with Blackness. No, see, if he says Black, then he can try to include the Africans. No, we shutting that down. You know what Black means.
So how am I supposed to be effective in boycotting Asian stuff when it's everywhere?
You're not invited.
I mean, everything at the TikTok shop was made in China or, South Korea, the Jordans that you're wearing were made in China. So how effective is this boycott going to be? I mean, it's easier said than done.
Look at this defeated African, fam. Look at the defeated African. Now look at the Black American brothers I just showed y'all, around the same age. The Black American brothers out there saying, hey, man, I'm so proud of us. We shutting down these businesses. Look what we doing. And here come the African in here doing the same thing they do in Africa to other Africans. This is why they don't ever build nothing. This is why they don't ever handle nothing. This is why they always getting conquered. Look at him coming in. How do I do this? How do you do? What do you do? They don't never have an answer, y'all. Notice all of these people, the Jamaicans, the Haitians, the Africans, they all act like 2-year-olds with a hand tied behind their back, and they just can't solve a thing.
No, as I'm making this video, I just realized I just ate some lo mein and some sesame chicken that I just bought from Hy-Vee. And I wasn't even thinking about the boycott. I was hungry.
Yeah, and you ain't invited. Who the hell told you you was a part of this? Your community's getting blacked out. We blacking out your community. Fam, he think he's slick. He gonna try to make it look like I didn't even do anything. I'm still out here. You ain't a part of this. This is foundational Black Americans. This ain't got a damn thing to do with Mutombo. This ain't got nothing to do with Lumbumba. This ain't got nothing to do with Jollof. And you know that. Nice try. You better take that stuff back to your village and you better go snitch on that damn cheetah that just ran off with your lunch. Okay? And it ain't gonna work on us.
So it is going to be very difficult to boycott Asian things because the Asians have intricately woven themselves into the fabric of society. They have been very productive in everything that they do.
No, they woven themselves right into your society, and they did it with some bamboo sticks. See, you got to remember, fam, the Africans ain't never going to get on board with anything going against them folks, because them the same folks is colonizing them over there. Listen, Mr. Jollof, Mr. Mutombo, Mr. Fufu, Mrs. Lumbumba, Mr. Forehead, the size of a football field, foundational Black Americans is blacking your ass out. You ain't got nothing to do with our blackout. You can try to talk and use lean and all that bull that you're trying, but ain't none of it gonna fly, family. This is about certified foundational Black Americans. And this is why it's essential to put foundational on it. See, they want to lean on flat Blackness. They want to be like, well, as a Black person, because I'm Black. No. You ain't Black, you whack. Okay? And you're getting whacked in your back by a damn bamboo stick that is brought to you by Taiwan. All right? You over there getting a Taiwan stick across the back of your noggin. So you need to go handle all those issues. Everybody from other communities, listen carefully. Don't worry about foundational Black Americans. Don't talk about foundational Black Americans because foundational Black Americans ain't worried and ain't talking about you. You are failing in your homeland. You are failing when you look in the mirror. You have fled your homeland, and you will flee any homeland that you go to until you stop when you get closest to the dominant society, and the dominant society don't want you neither. You are racially homeless, and your racially homeless, defeated mentality does not have a space in the place of foundational Black Americans. Keep hating the FBA. The best thing that you could ever do is keep hating the FBA. That's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to continue to hate FBA, continue to just be our biggest fans, sit over there with the pom-poms on and see what it looks like to actually be Black instead of being a melanated mop or an FBI, a flea-bitten immigrant. You be good at that though, right? Stay over there. Fam, this is what I'm talking about. We've been shutting these people down so quick, so fast that there's nothing that they can do about it. So they sending out all these little people to try to stop the momentum, and they're trying to stop the movement, but the movement is just too far gone, fam. We out here, we getting it done. Remember, y'all, TPS, ICE, Department of Homeland Security, Birthright Citizenship, Donald Trump spinning the block, Tobacco Ted, you name it, y'all. Every single thing is in our favor, and nothing is going in their favor. And brothers and sisters across the United States of America, they letting everybody know we run it.
TPS, over with. So now that you understand that we are not the same, you will start to understand that our history is not your history, okay? Y'all were getting very big and bold, talking about how y'all founded America, damn near, basically. And just to find out that a simple order and a simple signature can get you up out of here. And that's not the same for Black Americans. That's not the same for FBA, and y'all hate us for it. Now you're sitting here crying that you have to leave this country, that you have to leave your kids behind, and all of this stuff that we've already been over is falling on deaf ears. We do not care. And it's not on us to care because we tried to give you your moment and you decided to shit on us. So in doing so, this is the repercussions. Don't ask us for shit. Okay. Yep. I'm from Miami, as I said. I'm surrounded by nothing but people from.
That's how it go. They don't ask us for a damn thing. Nope. It ain't happening. Because all it takes is a simple order for you to get deported.
From the Caribbean, the West Indies, the islands, South America, all of them are right here. So why is it that everybody has an opinion about Blacks, but y'all are the main people that can get deported in a blink of an eye and a snap of a finger? I need to hear from the people that was, oh, we're all Black, we need to come together. I want to hear from you guys because y'all are the main ones that want to vouch for people who don't like us, who work against us. You wanted to vouch for those people. So now that you can't be here, are you still willing to take the side of people that weren't here for the struggle of Black Americans, but also want to co-opt our civil rights movement? Are you still going to speak up for those people? Because when Black Americans wanted to do that for them, they spit in our face. So now you're understanding why we can't just come together, because we're not the same as you. So you need to acknowledge that first and stop trying to put us under the umbrella of Pan-Africanism. We're all the same because Haitians had the French Revolution before we ever had a revolt. Now you're understanding the difference. Now you're understanding what birthright citizenship really is. So again, would you like to run that back? Because during Caribbean History Month, y'all was talking a lot of shit. During Essence Fest, you're still talking shit. And it's already evident that you're not going to be here very long. So wrap it up. But here's your chance. Go ahead and drop your best one in my comments. TPS, over with. So now that you understand that we are.
They can't stop the sentiments, fam. They can't stop the energy. It's way different, y'all. We ain't the same. We are not the same as any of these people, and these people know it. And it's driving them crazy right now. It's driving them crazy, fam. They realize that foundational Black Americans, we are completely separate in every category. They're always trying to tie a category in, but like, we kind of like that here, there. No, we're not. No, we're not. The very fact is that a pen can send you home. Somebody can pull out a pen, write something down, and go, fam, a pen can send you home. And on top of a pen sending you home, also handcuffs can send you home. And the fact that you got sent home means you weren't from here any damn way. Black Americans ain't going for none of that, y'all. We shutting down flat Blackness. We shutting down these disrespectful immigrants, these hostile fleers. Everybody who is disrespectful to foundational Black Americans, they just getting that FBA work, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to deal with it. You're going to live with it. You just got to accept it. You feel me? This is so powerful because we're the ones who are initiating all of that, okay? And this is what we mean by foundational Black Americans doing our foundational Black American thing. It is lovely, and it's all brought to you by certified foundationals. Why? It's because we said so. And family, when we put all of our energy on the same page, right, then that's really what we've been doing in this generation. We've been putting all of our energy on the same page. Y'all know we got these people telling on each other, right? You know they telling on each other, right? Y'all remember the Jackie Chan dude a couple weeks ago that burnt that cross, and then he tried to say he did it because of MAGA? Y'all remember that, fam? His own Jackie Chan community telling on him. Yeah, fam. See, right now, we're making these people snitch on each other because some people say, wait, we got to be in good favor with Black folks so we can steal from them. And then the other folks are saying, well, no, we're going to try to test them. Right now, they having all these different feuding and fightings going on in their community because their community has to accept that our community shut the door on all of their asses. Fam, they turning on each other. Yes, the hell they are, fam. Oh, they done try to get this story out the news, but it done came back to the news. And it shows y'all FBA's got Jackie Chan, Lucy Liu having a Royal Rumble right now.
You're not going to believe this. Remember this Asian guy who lit this burning cross in Chicago last week? Well, even though he's wanted for arson by Chicago police, not only did Merlin Liu send this video to NBC last week identifying himself as the person who lit the cross, but he just did an interview with a local station and he essentially stated that this wasn't about this. And he even claims,
I put a red hat to signify the MAGA hat, the Make America Great Again hat. So that was... yeah, that's what I tied on top.
But that's not visible in the one video that was taken by a motorist.
Listen to what he says about the burning cross, though.
I did know about this this historical relevance beforehand, but I didn't know the severity, how racially motivated it may seem from what I did. Because my protest has nothing to do with race, nothing to do with gender.
Should you have done it some other way?
Yeah. Probably.
And then listen to what
he lying. He know he lying. You was mad because we was shutting down your businesses. That's what this is about.
What he says when he's asked this question.
Did you make it all the way through almost 4 years at UIC without somebody teaching you that a burning cross is one of the most divisive symbols in America?
No, I didn't. I don't really have any, like, I never grew up with religion, never really surround myself with people with it.
It's a symbol of the Ku Klux Klan. I mean, that really is where it started. Nobody ever taught you that. You never read it in a history book. Nobody.
No. I just saw the Wikipedia page with the movie with the, like, I think it's called like Under One Nation or something like that.
He's talking about Birth
of a Nation. Did he say Under One Nation? Look at him acting like he don't know. I think it's called Five Nations Altogether. You know damn well what it is.
Nobody. I just saw the Wikipedia page with the movie with the, like, I think it's called like Under One Nation or something like that.
He's talking about Birth of a Nation, where on their Wikipedia page on the first paragraph it states that it is an adaptation of the novel and play The Klansman, a historical romance of the KKK. And I can't tell if this guy's just lying through his teeth or just genuinely stupid. Because in this video that he sent to NBC last week, he says this about Donald Trump.
I don't want to wait till his term ends. I don't want to wait until he may or may not get impeached. I want him gone right now.
And then watch this.
You threatening him?
No.
You say that you think that he should be brought to an end.
I mean, by end, I don't mean like a civil war, if that is the imagery that you're trying to imagine.
Yeah, did you catch that? Not only was he completely unself-aware of how he's coming off talking like that, but he then drops civil war without knowing this context. Is that real?
Wait, so he knows civil war, but he doesn't know the context of the burning cross, and he don't know what the movie Birth of a Nation is. Y'all see what we talking about, family? This is what we mean by these people out here are shook. His own people telling on them. They out there snitching. And then, by the way, family, y'all notice this man getting a full-fledged interview? Why he ain't in jail right now? Matter of fact, the fact that he said he wanted to do that because of the president, that's even more of a reason for him to be in jail. That's a full-fledged threat. This man get a CNN interview. Nah, I'm going to tell you why he gets a CNN interview. Because they're trying to diffuse this blackout momentum that we got going on, fam. They know damn well that was in complete conjunction with what we're doing with the blackout movement and shutting everything down. Fam, the number one thing that the whole planet Earth is afraid of is foundational Black American social economics. And there's nothing more special than foundational Black Americans circulating money within our own communities, which is what we're doing right now. And we're doing it at a massive level. Fam, not only are we putting money back into our own communities, we're uplifting Black-owned businesses. And at the same time, simultaneously, we're breaking down all the immigrant businesses that have been strategically placed in our communities. Fam, they've been putting these people in our communities for years. So what we're doing right now, we're literally crippling a system that has been put in place using trillions of dollars, and we're doing it all in one summer. Damn right they're going to give him an interview. Damn right they're going to sit there and try to smooth it out. Damn right his own community is going to start telling on him. That's exactly what they're going to do. They sit there and had an interview with a terrorist. So why did you do it? Fam, I've never seen anybody burn a cross and then get an interview. He got a damn interview like a week later. And they try to make it look like they was pushing on him, okay? Don't let the W dude who's the host fool you. He's trying to make it look like he's being objective. In reality, they sat down and they made amends before it. They done read the script and every damn thing. The W out there gave the interview and granted it to the culprit so they could sit there and make it look like it's something other than he's mad because what we're doing to his community. Fam, their whole community's in shambles right now. We done cost them folks billions of dollars. In the summer... It's only halfway through because it's 4th of July weekend, baby, and it's only getting better. And fam, speaking of only getting better, a lot of things are only getting better for us, but things are getting worse for them. Let's go back to Kodak Crack's community, okay? Let's go back to the Black Americans is mad, Black Americans is wrong, but I ain't gonna say nothing about Megyn Kelly. Okay, fam, well, since you don't want to talk about Megyn Kelly and you don't want to talk about Tobacco Ted, you need to worry about why your homeland is where it's at, fam. Going all the way down the line, shall I say, Donald Trump's main objective with birthright citizenship was one thing. TPS getting cut off is a whole nother thing, family. And if you notice, they out there doing interviews themselves. And this is another CNN interview. And watch how they saying it's not safe enough to go back to Haiti. Black Americans, I got $1 million, billion, trillion dollar question. Let me ask y'all real quick before we go any further. Is it safe enough for them to go back to Haiti? I want to know what my foundational Black Americans feel like on this 4th of July weekend, and we foundational Black Americans, we built this whole damn thing. I want to ask you a question. Do you feel that they need to go back to Haiti? Do you feel it's safe enough to go back to Haiti? Or do you feel you should have never left Haiti in the first place? I mean, Black Americans, it ain't always been safe for us, but we never left. It's been very dangerous for Black Americans. I don't know, slavery, very dangerous. We didn't leave. Reconstruction, no, it's very dangerous. We didn't leave. Black Wall Street got burnt down. It's very dangerous. We didn't leave then. The height of the lynching era, the civil rights era, we didn't leave. No, Selma, no, Black folks was getting hit. We didn't leave then. You know, police brutality and everything. So, you know, if, you know, things not being safe means that you need to run, then how come we never ran? Y'all run and say it ain't safe to go back home. So you ran because it ain't safe, and then you stayed away because it wasn't safe, but you never changed the conditions. My foundational Black Americans say, hell yeah, take your ass back home and make it unsafe. Family, they over there trying to tell Black Americans and America in general, can they squeeze out an extra decade? Watch this.
Haiti now is dangerous. They have people in power in Haiti, they can control the country. They can't control it, and the rebel is it's a setup.
CNN spoke to residents of Brooklyn's Little Haiti, where a Supreme Court ruling which allows the Trump administration to end temporary protected status for Syrian and Haitian immigrants is hitting home. The White House is calling the Supreme Court's latest immigration ruling a, quote, tremendous win.
I don't think it's a good time for the Haitians to go back home.
As many as 350,000 Haitian immigrants could lose their work authorizations and ability to remain in the U.S. unless they become eligible for some other form of protection.
I don't do anything wrong over here. Just working.
They're good people. They have the temporary to come to work, and now they're trying to end that and kick them back to the country.
The ruling has some Haitian immigrants and local residents worried about what's next for them and their families.
I trying to help my kids and my family.
Meanwhile, New Yorkers say the ruling could tear apart the Little Haiti community in Brooklyn.
It would definitely be a big change, most definitely.
No matter what, we're not going to give up. You have to continue to fight for the Haitian.
Go back to Haiti. This now is dangerous.
Wait a minute. Did he say all of that and say he has to continue to fight for the Haitian? Well, shouldn't you fight for the Haitian in Haiti? Fam, how come everything they want to do is always fighting for their homeland while they ain't in their homeland? See, this is why nobody respects a damn tether. You want to fight for your homeland when you're not in your homeland. He said we got to fight. Hold on, whoa. This man said we got to fight for the Haitian. But you want to do it in America?
Most definitely.
No matter what, we're not going to give up. You have to continue to fight for the Haitian.
Go back to Haiti. Haiti now is dangerous.
So you want to fight for your homeland in my homeland. There you go. That's what it is, fam. Because in reality, this isn't just about TPS, Tether Protection Services. This isn't about 1804. Nope. This is about Haitians who want to be Haitians. They just don't want to be Haitians in America. They want to be Haitians right here in the United States of America. Or so I'll say, they don't want to be Haitians in Haiti. They want to be right here in my country, and they want to be all in my business. No. You need to go ahead and mind your own business and take your ass back over there, because over here, it's all taken. There's no room for you. There's no room for you over here, fam. You better take your ass over there. Let me show y'all something. This is what Black Americans and certifies is feeling right now.
These Haitians are mad at us like we did them something because we are not immigrants. They have not deported us anywhere because we are not immigrants. These Africans don't like us because they wish they were from here, and they are immigrants. These Jamaicans, same thing. Motherfuckers want us to be immigrants so bad. Motherfuckers want us to be deported so bad. I'm honestly tired of y'all. Build your own countries. Y'all talking about Haitians built this country in the last fucking 10 years, 10 to 12 years. What the fuck are you talking about? Same for Dominicans, same for Latinos. Yeah, they all wish we was immigrants, bro. But there's nowhere for us to go back to. You see how they trying to get all y'all up out of here? And I'm talking about swiftly. You see how y'all say they pretend to like us? No, they don't. They show us they don't like us. If they could, if they had somewhere to send our asses to, we would be gone. Just like the rest of you. Just like the rest of you. Like, I get it. We got buku.
Why don't you build your homeland? Why don't you build? That's the $1 million question, fam. When are you going to build your homeland is what everybody's waiting on. Or do you want all of us to just sit back and wait while you got to get your act together and while you got to sit here and have everybody wondering when the hell you going to step your game up? Step your game up over there. That's what you need to do. Step your game up over there. Now, hold on now. Let me phrase this right, okay? Because I'm in here cooking. They don't want to be Haitians in Haiti. They want to be Haitians in America. The same exact way Jamaicans want to be Jamaicans in America. Africans want to be Africans in America. Mexicans want to be Mexicans in America. None of these people want to be their respected homelands, or shall I say disrespected homelands, in their homeland. How in the world do you want to be a Jamaican, but you don't want to be in Jamaica? How you want to be an African, but you don't want to be an African in Africa? You want to do all of this in the United States. That's what you want. You know what that really means, fam? What that really means is that you want to wave your flag all in the sky. You want to talk about your foreign land. You want to talk about your foreign language. You want to talk about your foreign customs and practices. But you want to milk all of those same things right here where I'm from. See, the reason why that ain't going to happen is because all those things my lineage just happened to build, and we don't give it out. Fam, let me tell you something. Foundational Black American culture is not government cheese, family. You don't get it for free. We ain't handing it out to nobody, okay? You can't even earn it because it ain't for sale and it ain't for no give me away. It stays right here in Foundational Black America. How do you know these people want to wave their flags? Because anytime they do something halfway good, they flag go up in the sky. But how come your flag never goes up in the sky, the same place where that flag was created? But then you want to come over here and talk about my flag. You want to talk about the Foundational Black American flag, the Black American Heritage flag. You want to talk about the Juneteenth flag. You want to talk about the United States of American flag. But none of those pertain to you. And the only thing that does pertain to you is you going back to where you came from and picking up a mop, a dustpan, a broom, and fixing it. And nobody respects somebody who runs. Nobody respects somebody who can't fix something. Fam, imagine somebody who lives across the street from you. And I'm talking about you walk into their house, they got holes in the carpet, they got dirt all smeared on the walls, furniture flipped upside down, cobwebs, they got mold all over the place. And you see how they living. Terrible, right? But then they come across the street to your house, and then when they walk into your house, they tell you how you need to clean up. They tell you how you need to fix things. And then they turn around and tell you that they built your house. Now, if you look at their house, they got mold sideways, okay? You got a whole ant colony just walking across the damn ground. You got alley cats in the damn house, no water at all. But then they come over to your house and they say, hey, man, you need to fix that, fix that, fix that. You know I built your house, don't you? You know your house really belongs to me, right? You lazy and you need to work harder. Family, that's exactly what immigrants do when they come to the United States of America, in particular when they talk to foundational Black Americans. And then when foundational Black Americans say, well, you know, walk your ass right on back to that cockroach, ant-infested ass house that you living in. Then they say, use being means. And then you know what we say now? We say, well, I'm just going to be as a means mother. Take your ass back and get the hell up out of here. Checkmate. That's how we handling all these people, fam. And that's why they're so obsessed with us, because deep down inside, fam, they despise the fact that foundational Black Americans cannot be deported. That's what they cannot stand, fam. They don't like the fact that we're indigenous to America. They don't like the fact that we built America, and they don't like the fact that we'll never leave America. Those are the three things that is responsible for all of the hatred, vitriol, spite, and despise that these people have for our lineage. This is why they're always trying to dump Africa on us, or they're always trying to dump the diaspora on us. They don't want us to be who we naturally are. And then they're really getting mad about it. But here's the thing. You're not mad at us. You're mad at nature. You ain't mad at me, fam. Foundational Black Americans, we were born this way. Foundational Black Americans, we stepped into this greatness. Don't be mad that we got drafted to the best team on the planet. You know what I'm saying? So many championship rings can't ball up my fist. Don't be mad at that, family. What they're upset about is that they don't have half of that. They don't have a damn thing. They want us to be deported so bad. And this is why they're always talking Africa this, Africa that. But family, they know damn well ain't nobody African. Because fam, let's just go there. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pretty handsome foundational Black American brother. I know I got some handsome foundational Black American brothers in here. Certified salute to my fam. One thing foundational Black Americans not. We don't look like that right there. Miss me with the we all black, brother. No. We comb our hair. Our hairlines are present and accounted for. We ain't got dirt on our necks. Nope. Our shirt ain't hanging down to our damn ankles. Nope. We actually have an ironing board. That damn pick in your hair is trying to jump out your damn hair because it don't even want to be there itself. And then you run around here and you try to tell us this?
No, now you know. Black people are not native to the United States of America. Their ancestors come from West Africa. It is not a crime to look like somebody that is West African. The same way that Jamaicans acknowledge that their ancestors came from West Africa. I know that there are Black Americans that I've talked to, bro. A lot of them acknowledge their ancestors came from West Africa. But the internet will have you thinking otherwise. The internet is filled with people that speak loud and wrong. A lot of times their content gets the most views and virality, which is kind of crazy. Didn't know, now you know. Black people didn't know, now you know.
Black people are not indigenous to America. Says who? African man? And he said there's nothing wrong with looking like you from West Africa. West African people don't want to look like they from West Africa. It is not a matter of what we want. It's a matter about what is. It's a matter of a fact. Fam, again, these people out here and they beefing with nature. This ain't about foundational Black America. We didn't sit there and choose this. You can't pick your lineage. Fam, don't be mad that we in here. Don't be mad that you want to look like us. See, fam, what it really is, it's not about us talking about what we want to look like. It's about them wanting to look like our lineage. That's what this is really about, fam. Oh, yeah. Don't get it tangled and twisted, y'all. They know damn well what it is. They want to look like us. So they get mad and try to make it look like we don't want to look like them. Hold. Bars. They want to look like us. So they try to make it look like we're upset because we don't want to look like them. There ain't nothing in the wants, the hopes, or the wishes that'll ever get a foundational Black American to look like y'all. You can't buy swagger. You just can't do it. or these FBA genetics. You just can't have them. So don't try to make it look like we're the ones who's running away from you. In reality, you're the one running towards us. And ain't that basically what it always is, fam? The common denominator in all this is that every time we turn around, Haitians, Jamaicans, Africans, the whole diaspora, they're always trying to follow us. Every time, fam, TikTok live, they right there following us. We're on Twitter, they're right there following us. We're walking down the street, they right there following us. We ain't over there following them. Foundational Black Americans are the only people who other people get mad at because we don't want to be around them. How you gonna get mad that we don't want to be around you? Your village doesn't want to be around you. So you don't really need to be worrying about what we got going on. You need to be worrying about what you don't have going on. Okay. And there's a hell of a lot of things that you don't have going on, but personal problem that you don't have to solve. And this whole indigenous and ain't indigenous, that comes from a place of hate, because notice this. If you're indigenous to Africa, Africans, then you should be so concerned and fueled with being indigenous to Africa, a whole continent, than worrying about us who are indigenous to the United States of America. Again, foundational Black Americans, indigenous to the United States of America, you're indigenous to Africa. Shouldn't you be so happy with being indigenous to Africa if it's as great as you say it is, that you wouldn't even have a millisecond to worry about me? That's why nobody respects you, fam. Nobody respects somebody who comes from a homeland, comes to my homeland, gets kicked out of my homeland, gets mad at us, skips over Megyn Kelly, and then says, FBA's the wrong ones. No, FBA's the right ones. And foundational Black Americans, we done set the record straight. It's always been us. Watch.
Americans, I bet a lot of y'all don't know this. We were never freed. We literally snatched that shit.
The myth is that Lincoln freed the slaves, but Lincoln says in 1860 and 1861, it is a lie and a slander that we have any intention to abolish slavery in the slave colonies of the South, in the slave states of the South. This is just a lie, he says. So why does it happen? Well, it happens because, as W.E.B. Du Bois puts it in his great book, Black Reconstruction from 1935, the slaves took matters into their own hands. 500,000 of them fled from the South, withdrew their labor from the Confederacy, found their way to Union lines. And Lincoln's generals are going, what do we do with these people? What's our policy? And initially the policy was return them to their masters. But they refused to go back. They came in such numbers that this wasn't viable. And a few of the more radical Republican generals said, I'm not returning them. They were defying Lincoln, but they were defying Lincoln because enslaved people were forcing the issue. And ultimately, 200,000 of these self-emancipated Black men find their way into the Union Army and Navy. Women serve as cooks and as spies. We often forget that the great Harriet Tubman, who had led a series of raids to free family members and then to free non-kin fugitives, was the most accomplished spy for the Union Army. Lincoln eventually provided a pass which said, Harriet Tubman can go wherever she wants, because the point is, she could provide intelligence to the Union Army that no one else could provide. So this was a movement of self-emancipation. Enslaved people forced emancipation on the Union, on President Lincoln, through their own militancy, their resistance, and their mass flight from the South.
Americans, I bet a lot of y'all don't know this.
Damn. I'm saying though, was that 1804, family? So somebody let me know. Was that 1804? I couldn't know. No, it wasn't 1804. Oh, and it had shit to do with 1804. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's another thing. That's the FBA thing. Okay, got it. Already knew it. We've been knowing that. Fam, have y'all noticed so many things that we talked about as Black Americans in our own circles, in our own family reunions, in our own family functions, amongst other certifieds now, is becoming mainstream and everybody's saying it. And we over here looking like shit. We been knew that. Fam, now they out here saying, well, you know, Blacks were the original people here in the United States of America. $2 Tonto was not here before the foundational Black American. And we over here saying, shit, grandma said that. Then they turn around saying, you know, Blacks freed themselves, don't you? Yeah, hell yeah, been knew that. Every single thing, fam, that we've been knowing, these people now are just trying to get hip to. And the reason why they're getting hip to it is because this. Let me make a complete example, fam. I'm going to give you an example that's a very clean-cut one, okay? The Civil War was a slave revolt. That's really what it was, okay? All that other BS, that was a Mayo issue. Whatever the Mayo had going on with the Mayo's family, that was amongst them. In our household, where the hell we were, in our space, That was a slave rebellion. Then there's been no bigger slave rebellion than the Civil War. You name the one. 1804, that don't even register when it comes to the Civil War. That was the biggest slave rebellion in the world, the biggest slave rebellion in world history. And it's all courtesy of foundational Black Americans. And can't nobody compare to that. So when they walk around here and they try to tell us about 1804, fam, that's why we sit there and laugh at it. That's why we immediately dismiss it. You can't compare none of that to what we did right here in the United States of America. And remember, fam, we went on a winning streak. They did 1804, and my new term is 1804 forward. What the hell you do forward after that? Nothing. Not a damn thing now, did you? And you notice how we forced ourselves to be free? It's the same way we're forcing these people to know that we're the indigenous people of the United States of America. Everything in the system of supremacy, especially when you're a certified foundational Black American, is about enforcement. You have to enforce your economics. You have to force your political atmosphere. You have to enforce your welfare, your being. You have to enforce your warrior class. Everything has to be done with force and enforcement. The code has to be enforced. So the same way that we enforced our own spaces and we force these individuals to say, hey, go ahead and let them Black folks free because we ain't going to be able to get them pews out their hands. Y'all can go. That's the same exact thing happening right damn now, and everybody's watching it, y'all. This is an FBA thing that is completely powerful. This is why so many brothers and sisters speak on time, and brothers and sisters know this is a spiritual game. We in it for the long haul. We out here doing it B-I-G, and nothing can make that go back, and nothing can backtrack it, fam. When you're in, you're in. Remember that, y'all. When you're in, you're in. There's no U-turning with what we got going on, okay? So as you're seeing these people leave America, remember, y'all, that's only enforcing more that we built America. That's the most powerful thing about what's popping right now in the United States of America, is that we are out here standing 10 toes down, 10 toes flat, making it pop off. These individuals, on the other hand, shit, there's really nothing they can do and nothing they can say. There's nothing they can do and there's nothing they can say. All they can do, family, is sit back really at this point and just watch foundational Black Americans put on a show. And when I say foundational Black Americans is out here putting on a show, I want to send you on back to Mr. Julio Romero Gonzalez, fam. And Mr. Julio Romero Gonzalez, he's got a massive problem on his hands because y'all been noticing for a long time that one of the biggest key components to mass immigration is these people who are coming to work at these damn construction sites. They're working all across the United States of America. It's not just people fleeing and hopping over the border and then running when they get here. No. One thing Donald Trump and his administration is doing is that they are now focusing on a lot of these people who are getting employed to come here to the United States and to get these little backhanded jobs here in the United States. And that's what's got everybody scared. Yes, indeed. Reason being, family, is because when you see photos like this right here, those are people who are being employed by the folks who were undercover immigration supporters. And there's been a hell of a lot of them, a hell of a lot. And we've been saying for the longest amount of time, if you really want to stop immigration, the main thing you have to do is that you got to get rid of the people who are hiring them. And family, now Donald Trump and ICE are conducting raids on areas where these people are being hired. So what that's going to do is that's going to attack this immigration. I won't even say an immigration system, because when the Democrats were in, it was an immigration system. Now I would say so far it's an immigration culture, okay? Because it's a culture of immigration. The Democrats are with it. The liberals are with it. A lot of Republicans are with it. It's really an immigration culture where these people all work together. So they're going after and they're conducting high stakes raids on a lot of these workplaces, because those workplaces are the places that have been ducking these folks off and getting away with it. They're telling stories about how the workforce has been absolutely dominated by so many Latinos, fam. So many Latinos out there are being basically instructed to take over the system. And a lot of these politicians are the main ones facilitating it. Watch this right here, family. This will tell you.
2026, there are 1.45 million Black Americans unemployed. As of August 27th, 2025, according to the U.S. Department of Labor, there are 8.5 million illegal immigrants employed. 575,700 illegal immigrants work in construction. 364,200 work as maids and cleaners. 335,200 work as cooks, and the rest are in retail, administrative, customer service, and waste management.
Damn.
We are slowly being pushed out of the workforce and replaced by immigrants. They are being granted opportunities that our ancestors had to march for. And during the pandemic, 1.53 billion stimulus checks were given to illegal immigrants. $2.65 billion went to housing through March 31st, 2026. Along with housing, they got, in New York alone, illegal immigrants got $10,000 in food stamps and cash. Free housing, of course, as I just mentioned. Free education. They got granted jobs where they didn't have to have any education. A lot of them are working in hospitals as administrative or receptionists, and they don't have to have any education. Meanwhile, Black American workers have to qualify with degrees and trades and years of experience. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think what's going on in America right now with Black employees, Black workers, Black citizens. Let me know if you think that it's fair. What are your thoughts? 2026, there are 1.45.
Fam, that's a culture. That's something that's rooted. That's something that has to be taken down completely from the jump. And you're absolutely right. They've been doing this for so long. And this is why your average American citizen is out here saying, shit, deport them. Deport them. This is what's happening with these illegals. Deport them. Well, now what you're starting to see, fam, is they're making phone calls and they're getting people out the paint who are hiring these folks by simply driving down your street. This is something the average person doing. You driving down your damn street right now, you look at a couple rooftops and you see Julios. Chances are them Julios is illegal. People are calling ICE on construction sites. And you're starting to see them pull up on these people in stealth because they've been keeping a lot of things undercover. And then the Donald Trump administration, with the conjunction of local police departments, are doing the same thing. One of the best things that you're seeing right now with the deportation process, this mass deportation process that's going on currently, this new blitz that they have going, is you're starting to see more of a collaboration between local enforcement and actual ICE agencies. So police officers are pulling over illegal people, and then the police officer is calling ICE, and then ICE is showing up on the scene. Remember when the Democrats were trying to make it be to where the police would defy the actual ICE agents? Now there's more of a conjunction. When you didn't see Tom Homan for about 6 months, remember, y'all, everything popped off out there in Minneapolis, Minnesota with the Somalians, right? Then 2 Mayos got packed. And then Tom Homan disappeared. You didn't see Tom Homan at all until just this week. Tom Homan pops back up. Behind the scenes, they was getting their mind right, their money right, their game tight. And now they're coming with a more cohesive effort between multiple different agencies so they can attack different areas from employment to schools to churches. And they're pulling up on people at the construction sites and they're calling ICE on them. Watch this right here, family. This came out and it was phenomenal. Check this out. You can't run.
Call your family and get your family with a lawyer.
You get a life. How you hire somebody and do that? Yeah, how do you hire somebody and just do that? Fucking weird ass. That's weird. How do you hire somebody and do that? They're fixing your home. How they're fixing your home? How they fixing your house? They're fixing your house. Your property. You ungrateful. You're so ungrateful. They're fixing your home. Fucking weird. How they fix? You need them. You need them. You need them. Fucking weird. You're a loser. That's why.
Apparently, you don't need them too much, fam. These people hired contractors to come and fix their house, and they called ICE on them. A woman called ICE on the construction workers that she hired to work on her home, and they were almost done. This person saying you need them. I don't think that they actually hired them because they needed them. I think they hired them to set them up. I know you're slow, Selena, okay? I know you're very slow, Selena, and you can't really figure things out. I don't believe that they needed that person. I believe that they set up a whole Julio trap and ended up calling the damn ICE agents on them.
Call your family and
look at them there. They don't want to come down. They don't want to come down. I don't want to come down, brother. If I come down, then I go. Well, you about to go.
You connect me with a lawyer.
You get a life. How you hire somebody and do that?
Yeah, how you gonna call
How do you hire somebody and just do that? Fucking weird ass. That's weird. How do you hire somebody and do that? They're fixing your home. How they're fixing your home? How are they fixing your house? They're fixing your house. Your property. You ungrateful. You're so ungrateful. They're fixing your home. Fucking weird. How they fix? You need them. You need them. You need them. Fucking weird. You're a loser. That's why.
I don't think the person who's not getting deported lost. Fam, they got life effed up. They got life effed up, family. What you mean? You need them. What you mean? You a loser. The only person losing is the one getting deported. You ain't losing if you're not getting deported. So, yeah, the whole lose thing, that don't really make no sense to me. And you're going to start seeing more and more of that go on in America. Because let me tell you something, family. I'm going to bring it all the way back home to you. That right there is the after effects of the birthright citizenship ruling. Remember, W's in America said what the Supreme Court won't do, the W vigilantes will. See, one thing about W's in America, when the system of supremacy doesn't serve them, they take the law into their own hand. And since they all been sheriffed and deputized by the system of supremacy, there's merely no consequences for doing so. So they just do it unchecked and they just go on about it. So what you're going to start seeing is a lot of these W's, whether they be people who hire construction folks and call ICE on them, or you have people just snitching on each other, or you have folks just running up and citizens arresting illegals. You've already seen that. You're going to start seeing average everyday W's pulling over Latinos. They're going to be pulling over Mutombos. They're going to be pulling over Wyclefs and Kodak Blacks. And they're going to be checking their paperwork. And these won't even be ICE agents, fam. These is going to be your average, everyday, regular W. And then you're going to see how things is really going down. You're going to see how things really get to popping now. The birthright citizenship ruling was the worst thing that happened to immigrants. I don't know why, other than they slow as hell, they thought that that was any type of win. You know what they should have been doing? Soon as that birthright citizenship ruling came in, every single illegal should have been packing their bags and just leaving. Because you was going to leave the easy way or the hard way. But what you ended up doing, you start pissing off everybody. Think about it, fam. That ruling did nothing more than highlight how severe of a problem this is. And it only made the people who want to solve the problem, W's, even more insane. So AKA, what you thought was a good thing is really turned out to be a terrible thing. And either one of those things don't mean a damn thing to foundational Black Americans because we unaffected, because we're non-deportable and we built this whole country. So this is why everybody's melting down, is because they watching so many things occur in the United States of America that have no bearings on FBA. They wish that this had a bearing on foundations. They wish immigration has something to do with us, but it doesn't. They wish we all Black brother was something that has something to do with us. And either one of those has any form of an iota of any type of relevance to foundational Black Americans. That's why foundational Black Americans been shutting them down. Best thing to happen to us was that right there. Worst thing that happened to them was that right there. So you can't compare us when we don't have the same problems. But one of their problems that just popped up on their radar, which is going to be a very, very scary problem for them, is now, family, now they're hiring bounty hunters. I seen people ask earlier, they say, hey, what happened to the bounty hunters? Remember that was getting thrown around last year? Bounty hunters? Oh, fam, what you thought? They didn't do it? You thought they didn't do it? Hell yeah. Fam, they already got bounty hunters, y'all. ICE already has bounty hunters. Some people out in California, they pulled up looking like construction workers. Fam, there's a lot of little things that have been going on that has been behind the scenes that we've been watching, we've been monitoring. But remember, they ain't been watching and monitoring because the illegals been out here celebrating too much. They took one ruling that was the same exact thing that's been going on. Remember, y'all, I said it last week. Nothing changed with birthright citizenship. It's being applied right now the same way that it's always been applied our whole lives. They literally celebrated something that didn't change. But what did change is you now have everybody with a microscope on you, and they're all hiring bounty hunters now. Fam, the bounty hunters have entered the chat. So on top of this headline that you see right there, ICE arrests 10,000 people in 5 days. A sharp late June surge in Trump's deportation push. Now, family, they're hiring bounty hunters.
Just hired private bounty hunters to find immigrants using artificial intelligence, and they may already have your address. Here's what's happening. ICE is paying private companies up to $1.2 billion to locate immigrants across the country. Each company receives up to 50,000 names per month. They use AI, public records, commercial databases. And if that does not work, they physically show up to your home or workplace to take photos. This is not a rumor. These contracts were signed in December 2025 and are already active. Knowing this exists is the first step to protecting yourself.
ICE hired a bunch of bounty hunters. Scary because bounty hunters are like beefed up private investigators. They can surveil you, they can follow you, they can keep track of your stuff, they have the license to get your tag information and all of this other stuff from the court. Have been contracted by ICE to locate them and assist in arresting them. One thing that makes bounty hunters vastly different from private investigators is that they can cross state lines, is they can enter homes without a warrant. Like when you post bail,
Boy, they better be worried about this. Cross state lines, no warrant. Fam, what happens when you give your average everyday W list? Fam, what happens when Jeff Metcalf becomes a bounty hunter? What would have happened if Austin Metcalf became a bounty hunter? Are these the people you want to be bounty hunters, Pedro? Are these the people that you was taunting, Pedro? Are these the people that you said you was going to drop your baby off so they could be a citizen, Pedro? You in trouble now.
give up your rights. You accept money from them to post bail. You are their property now. You owe them money. If you don't show up to court, then the bail bondsman sends a bounty hunter after you because they want their money. The bounty hunter gets a contract with the bail bondsman, so your name in the contract. Can't just go arrest anybody. But we all know how ICE is not going to hold people accountable, and the courts that will hold them accountable take forever.
Wait. Hold on. Time out. Hold on. We're going to get back to this in a second. Hold on. Let me break something down. Shout out. I see you. Much respect in the chat, but I see somebody said that bounty hunters can't come into a house without consent. In the system of I'm white and I say so, that don't mean a damn thing. That don't mean nothing. Okay, but let's not hit with the law. Technically, you can't chase Cyrus Belton 130 yards and pew him in the back. Okay, technically, you can't put your knee on somebody's neck. Technically, you can't choke out Eric Gardner. Okay, the technicalities of the law don't necessarily apply in the system of supremacy. I want all my Black American, as your foundational Black American brother, Black Alpha. Okay, my number one, y'all talk being the number one activist, which I am. But I talk that talk, family, and my number one duty and responsibility is to tell all my Black Americans, especially my young Black Americans, don't ever get caught on the technicalities of what these W's can't do. I'm here to tell all my brothers and sisters and teach my brothers and sisters all that stuff is subject to change. I don't never sit here and be like, well, they can't really do this now. They'll do whatever the hell they want to do. There's been a lot of Black folks who think they can't do something. Then you end up in that damn courtroom and something they weren't supposed to do that's on damn camera. They still say, all right, we let them free. Innocent verdict, everybody go home. My job, family, as an activist, is to make all my Black Americans aware about the dastardly, brutal, evil system of supremacy and how you need to be best prepared for it by expecting the worst and understanding you're dealing with the worst of the worst people. This is an unjust system. This is a horrible system. This system is a system of no justice. So never in your mind act or conduct yourself in a behavior or a manner where you think it's going to play out fairly to you. This is a dictatorship based on race, okay? So never believe what they can and can't do. Now, Julio, I don't know who said that. Julio, teach that stuff to Julio and them. I don't mind Pedro saying, they can't do this, brother. Y'all know when they be getting snatched up by ICE be having them in chokeholds. There's always somebody saying, you can't do that, brother. That's wrong. The Constitution. Black folks, we don't do that. We don't sit there and say, you can't hit him. Stop. You're being mean to him. We don't even play that game because we understand they don't play fair. They don't play fair. We don't even go into it thinking that the dominant society is here to play fair. These race soldiers don't play fair, whether that be a local race soldier or a bounty hunter, whether it's a president, whether it's a judge or the jury. We don't never sit there and be like, they not playing fair. I'll never sit there and tell no Black American who's being harmed, hey, stop, that's wrong. That's what Pedro does. Keep that ish in Pedro's community. Don't bring that to my community. Don't bring that to the Black American. There's little kids who watch me. And I don't want them thinking that everything is going to be sweet and dandy and it's going to be nice. And these folks is going to say, well, no, the law says I can't do this now. They're going to play fair. They ain't never play fair with us. You go ask Malcolm how fair they played. Go ask Martin how fair they played. Go ask Harriet Tubman how fair they played. And after 400 years, maybe we'll realize they don't. So no. I'm here to teach the babies that this is not a fair game and it's not a justice game. It's a real game. And you better play it to win. And the best way you do it is understanding your enemy and know that your enemy is below dirt. Your enemy is as bad as it gets, as worse as it gets, with no emotion. So I want my Black Americans to focus on that. Remember that stuff right there. Now, whatever go on with Benavidez and ICE and bounty hunters, that them. But when it comes to us over here, family, no. We expect the worst from these people. That's why we always get the best results. Remember that, family. We expect the worst from them. That's why we always win and get the best results. See, the Haitians, they expect the best from the dominant society. Africans expect the best. Oh, Karen loves me. Karen would never pew pew. And then he don't talk no more. Benavidez say that, oh, no, that would never happen. Ken is my friend, pew, pew. And then he don't talk no more. All right, remember that, family. Black Americans, we know who we dealing with, fam. And it ain't good. So that's why we always win, because we know a snake is a snake. Now let's get back to work, family. Shout out to all of y'all. I just had to put that on the line. Ain't no technicalities in the system of supremacies. Only us.
So, a bounty hunter can enter a home without a warrant if they are certain that a specific person that they are looking for is home, if they have evidence that they're home. And they don't have to identify themselves. Bounty hunters can come up to you as a regular ass person, which I'm pretty sure ICE can do that too, but it's a little more obvious with ICE. They're underqualified and poorly trained. And bounty hunters, that is their job. That is what they do. Be aware of your surroundings. Help your neighbors. If you see somebody watching your house, call the police.
He's just hired private bounty hunters.
They are the police. They are the damn police. Where you gonna go to? You can't go no damn where. They are the... Didn't I just say that the police is working with ICE? What you think? That the damn police is gonna pull over ICE and say, leave him alone? No, fam, let me tell you something. Again, this all comes back down to Black Americans, foundationals, fam. We know the system, okay? If you ever catch yourself confused with the system, we got plenty of pillars and scholars that will educate you on the system. It is our job as foundational Black Americans to always look to our elders and our ancestors, or even to our peers, to learn. I learned a lot from y'all, okay? I learned a lot from y'all, and I hope y'all learn a lot from me. This is what it is. Each one teach one, family. These people may fall for those games. Know the hell they are. Matter of fact, think about the MOVE movement. How many is Philly in the house tonight? If Philly in the house tonight, y'all know about the MOVE movement. Fam, was anything they did to the MOVE movement constitutional? What about Fred Hampton? What about Fred Hampton? Was that constitutional? Were you allowed technically to do what they did to Fred Hampton? What about Fred Hampton? All the Black Panthers. Shit, we can just go down the whole name. You want to talk about what they did to Bobby Seale? You want to talk about Huey Newton? You want to talk about Assata Shakur? Was it fair what they did to Assata? What about Afeni Shakur? You know what I'm saying? No. So yeah, shout out to the fam. We watching all that. We watching all of that. We stay to it. We stick to it. We know all about it, family. Certified foundational Black Americans, we always win. That's why we in the position that we in, y'all. We in our position because we watch the way these deportations and all this stuff goes down, and we stay over here and we let them do what they do over there. You know what I'm saying? That's the most beautiful part about it. Fam, let me show you something that ain't too beautiful, okay? I'm going to show you two ain't too beautifuls. Watch this right here, fam. They're out here trying to get foundational Black Americans to get on this whole we African stuff and all these different things, and we keep rejecting it. Then they try to get foundational Black Americans to believe we immigrants. We reject it. We can be deported soon too next, right? Nope, we reject it. We reject everything because we move based on our own accord. Watch this right here, fam. I'm going to show you a couple, strange folks. I'm going to show you a couple bums that really don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Let me see right here what I mean, fam. Look at this right here. Fam, y'all look at Joyless Reed. Watch what Joyless Reed says about America and how they don't want us to be American. Watch this.
Wants to come over here and have a kid right now. This country is cutting Medicaid, Medicare. It's not like you're going to get that. No one who's coming over here as immigrants is coming to get welfare. They come over here to start businesses and get jobs and do the jobs Americans really don't want to do, doing all the hard work. Nobody even wants to come here anymore. Right now, the U.S. has net X migration. We have net negative migration right now. People are getting the hell out of here. Even U.S. citizens don't want to live here anymore. So trust me, y'all, don't worry that the global South don't want to be here either. Neither do a lot of Americans. There are a lot of Americans who want to get the hell out because MAGA America is
Who? Why don't you just leave then? How about you be the change that you want? How about you just get the hell up out of America then yourself? How about we just start with you, Joyless? Joyless always trying to talk on America. See, fam, this is why you don't let these illegals come to the United States of America and spew all this anti-American rhetoric. All this, I know a lot of people want to leave. They just all want to go. And the next job, they don't want to come. All right, then you leave. How about you leave with them? How about you do what your parents did? Okay, your parents left to come here. You need to leave to get away from here then. How about, why don't they just flee from America? Y'all notice that, fam? They don't ever flee from America. Wouldn't things be much better if they fled and left our country? You always want to flee to my damn country. Quit fleeing to America and flee and leave America. Straight up and down. Fam, these people are extremely anti-American. These are anti-American tethers, fam. They don't have no respect for America. That's what happens when you come to a country and they just give you a bunch of free stuff. You get all that free stuff, man, and then you see how people treat all them damn things that they was getting because they didn't have to earn it. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't got to earn something, you start talking like this woman. It just, a lot of people just want to leave America and they don't want to be in America. What she's really trying to do, fam, is that she's trying to create an environment of anti-Americanism. That's what she's doing.
Is sad, pathetic, boring, has no entertainment, no culture, no stars. MAGA America sucks. And people don't even want to come here anymore. Y'all don't have to worry. Maybe the Russians want to come. I doubt anyone else does. Who wants to come over here and have a kid right now? This country is cutting Medicaid, Medicare. It's not like you're going to get that. No one who's coming over here as immigrants is coming to get welfare. They come over here to start businesses and get jobs and do the jobs Americans really don't want to do, doing all the hard work.
Oh, so the people who come here to America come to America to start businesses and to take money from America. Fam, she just sat there and told you that the people who come to America come to steal from the United States. I see exactly what she's talking about. She ain't schnit, but I'm going to leave her alone, family. Let me get right back to it.
Nobody even wants to come here anymore. Right now, the U.S. has net X migration. We have net negative migration right now. People are getting the hell out of here. Even U.S. citizens don't want to live here anymore. So trust me, y'all, don't worry that the global South don't want to be here either. Neither do a lot of Americans. There are a lot of Americans who want to get the hell out because MAGA America is sad, pathetic, boring, has no entertainment, no culture, no stars. MAGA America sucks. And people don't even want to come here anymore. Y'all don't have to worry. Maybe the Russians want to come. I doubt anyone else does. Who wants to come over here and have a kid right now? This country is cutting Medicaid, Medicare. It's not like you're going to get that. No one who's coming over here is...
Then go back to Angola. God damn. Somebody, boy, look at her. Boy, I told you them damn tethers be having convulsions. Look at her. Look at her, family. Look at her over there, goddamn, having a tether, goddamn, exorcist. She's a tethercist. Look at her over there. Fam, that's not the only one, fam. I got another one that's been on some BS right there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. That's just a bum that need to get their teeth fixed. A Democratic Shield bum is the worst one. Watch this right here, fam. Black Americans and Puerto Ricans, Dominicans being united on the East Coast. Is my East Coast brothers and sisters in here? If my East Coast brothers and sisters in here, y'all listen to this.
It's so crazy how Black Americans, Puerto Ricans, and Dominicans are so intertwined and like basically one in places like New York City, Allentown, PA, Philly, Boston, Orlando, Florida, Miami, DC, like basically all over the East Coast. We all locked in with one another, you feel me? We all went to the same schools. We all grew up here in the States listening to the same music. You feel me? Like dressing the same. You feel me? Having Jordans, having the Robin jeans, having all the designer, all that. We both might season our food a little differently, but we all one. Trust me. Ain't nobody looking at nobody else different. Like we all literally are one. Shout out to all my black folks, all my Ricans, all my Dominicans all over the East Coast. Y'all already know the vibes. I'm speaking facts right now. It's so crazy. It's so crazy how Black Americans.
That's funny because there's a hell of a lot of Black Americans on the East Coast who say that ain't the case. They say that ain't the case, fam. See, a lot of people be seeing these tethers on the East Coast, and these tethers be running their damn mouth, and they be thinking that's how the East Coast ride. Nah, man. That ain't how it go. No. Because in reality, fam, there's nowhere where these people are where there's some type of harmony. Boy, the East Coast lighting y'all up tonight. Shout out to the East Coast certified. Yes, indeed. Because I know brothers and sisters right now down in South Florida, certified foundational Black Americans. And they go in on the Haitians, the Jamaicans, and the Africans. Yep. And they tell the real story. The same way I know foundational Black Americans on the East Coast, and they go in on all the tethers as well. So in reality, fam, we all know exactly. Shout out to the person who texted me too, man. I was trying to watch Joy Reid and trying to text back to the person who was texting me. I got your text, certified salute. An East Coaster, by the way. We know damn well that there's no place where these people and our people are in conjunction because they're anti-us. So it'll never flow anyway, y'all. It'll never flow anyway because these individuals are anti-foundational Black American. So if you anti-foundational Black American, a foundational Black American gonna see through you, fam. Let's make this clear. It is what it is. And foundationals, certifieds, we are laser focused and we identify who's got the bad energy. And the bad energy can't come around our good, strong, solid energy. It's just a difference. And that difference is always highlighted anytime we're around them. So they know damn well. And brothers and sisters do be delineating. They do be separating. They do be regulating no matter where they are. And family, that whole no matter where they are statement I just made, that makes a hell of a lot of, sense, especially when you start dealing with people like this. Fam, look at this right here. This woman has a question, and she wants to know a very, very important tether question, shall I say. And matter of fact, let me see y'all one more back. She wants to know why y'all Black Americans are hating on Haitians. She want to know why y'all celebrating TPS. Now, it's not all the hate that comes from them, all the despise, all that they always in our business. We just gonna act like they didn't say anything about us though, right? Okay, cool, gotcha. But I want y'all to see that she says foundational Black Americans are celebrating prematurely.
Question, right? I see a lot of Black Americans that are like, yay, excited about the TPS ending, send the Haitians back. My question is why? Why are you guys so adamant about sending them back? What have they done to you guys that you feel like send them back? I did hear some of the takes on TikTok that, a lot of them in Florida voted for Trump. But I need to say, right? The majority of Haitians have family back home, and they would love for their family back home to come to the United States. And what kind of group do you think that falls under? Democrats. So majority of Haitians will not vote for Trump, right? Will not vote Republican because they are looking for, betterness for their family to come here. So if we do have a few Haitians that were born here in America, that's Americanized, okay, that believes in the Republican dream, of course they're going to vote that way. That's because they have no family back home. They can care less for back home. But I will honestly tell you, the majority of them will vote for whatever fits their family, whatever works for them is what they will vote for. So we can't crucify a whole country because of 5-10% of them that voted for Trump.
Man, ain't nobody doing this because of no politics. Fam, is she trying to make it look like this is politic based? Fam, delineation ain't got nothing to do with the Republicans or the Democrats. Is she saying that we're celebrating TPS because they voted for Trump? What the hell is she talking about? Fam, how these people's foreheads so big, but they ain't got the brain capacity? Somebody tell me that. This ain't got nothing to do with Trump. We out here delineating regardless. We out here delineating bottom line. We ain't with none of that.
Now let's talk about Black men when it came to that voting.
Oh, gosh.
Let's talk about Black men when it comes to Kamala Harris. Where were they at?
What the heck? Man, this ain't nothing but a damn tethercrat. This is a tethercrat. How the hell are we on Kamala Harris now? Ain't nobody thinking about her at all. I checked her. Her career's over. Ain't nobody seen her since Black Alpha ran her out of Savannah. What the hell you talking about, Miss Forehead? Come on.
We willing to throw things at other people, but we can't even sweep our own backyard. Is that what we're doing? So Haitians, go home Haitians, because you voted for Trump and we try to tell you you voted for Trump. But black men, it's okay. You made a mistake. Next time, just don't vote for Republican. Like, we have to understand sometimes we cannot crucify other people that's looking for a better life. These people, they actually have nothing. They have nothing, right? They have nothing. And why don't they have nothing? America, France, everybody else that, you know, that does what they need to do when it comes to these little countries. Oh, send them back home, send them back home. But these white folks, whenever they're done working, where they go to retire? In Haiti. They go buy these nice, pretty neighborhoods and say, oh, I want to retire next to the beach.
No, they don't, first off. And second off, why you letting them go over there? Why you letting them come to your damn homeland and just buy it? Fam, they always got an excuse. And then the white folk go to Haiti and then they just take over. And they buy nice homes there. How come you ain't stopped them?
I want to retire here. I want to retire there. They have lands. They have everything. You know, the only people that doesn't have a problem flying to Haiti right now? White folks. Haiti's on a level 4. But every single day, you see them in Labadie all day long. So can we not do that? Can we change how we are as as people? Because let me tell you something.
She was about to say, as a people. No, we ain't you. You need to change whatever y'all got going on over in Haiti, but it ain't got nothing to do with us over here in the United States. It ain't got nothing. See, fam, they still talking like there's some type of connection. There ain't no connection between the two of us. You can keep on trying. She just trying, ain't she? Can we stop? Can we just quit? Can we all get along? No, we gonna do FBA stuff and you can worry about Haiti. How about that one?
When you walk into a room, they're black, you're black. Before they can find out your nationality or what country, little island you came from, you're gonna be 6 feet under. And after they be like, oh, this Haitian guy was ba 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 ba. Oh, this Black American guy did ba 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 ba.
And you can ba 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 and shut the hell up. How about that one? Listen, fam, we got to go ahead and put that tune in. First off, there's no allegiance on appearance on the planet Earth. The only people who want to live in that fantasy land of there's some type of allegiance based on appearance are people who want to be a part of foundational Black America so they can try to drain our resources. Only tethers want to do their some type of camaraderie based on all of us having darker melanated skin. They have dark melanated skin where they're from, and they always fight each other. So you know they capping when they try to make it look like there's some type of alliance of skin color here with us. You don't have an alliance of skin color where you're from. And then on top of your skin color, half of y'all put on skin bleaching cream because you don't like your skin color. There's nobody on the planet Earth that I will ever listen to when you start talking about skin color less than a Jamaican, a Haitian, or an African. They have done nothing for melanin. They've never stood up to melanin. They're always trying to fight against other people with melanin when they're not having 15 bottles of cake soap on their table. We don't listen to none of that. There's no allegiance or alliance when you come to that, fam. What kind of stuff is that? Somebody shows up and says, hey, we both got the same skin tone, so we're some type of family. Fam, how long do you think that'll ever work? Do you walk into a store and see somebody and they got the same skin color and you say, hey, you can move in with me? Huh? Do you think that'll end too good? Do you think so, fam? Do you go out to a different place, fam, and say, well, no, we at war, okay? And that person's on the other army and they papping at my army, but he won't hurt me because, we got the same skin tone. That right there is a cop-out for people who want to be FBA. Notice, fam, they're the only ones who use that. We don't ever use that with them. They always use that with us. There's none of that, okay? Because we're foundational Black Americans and we're focused on the lineage. Another thing, fam, we come in all different shapes and sizes, foundational Black Americans. We've got all different skin tones inside of foundational Black America, okay? And we make sure one thing for certain is that we're not hyper fixated on skin tone. Let's go there, fam. Can we go there, fam? I know foundational Black Americans, we are the most exceptional. We're number one. We're the best of the best of the best. But we come in so many different shades, fam. You've got dark, you got light, you got in between, you got light and bright, you got red bone, you got yellow bone. We've got all different colors as foundational Black Americans. You notice the diaspora, they're always hyper obsessed and focused on skin tone. You ever notice that, fam? They are the most skin tone focused people that you will ever see. And people won't eat based on skin tone. We don't have systems or countries or colonies or states or regions or families where the skin tone of this gets more than the skin tone of that. Black Americans don't have none of that, y'all. We don't do none of that. This is why we are the only people who have no cake soap sales. They do. If you want to see who's colonized, who's broke down, and who has no bearings on being Black, it's everybody where you see cake soap sales are high. And I'm here to let everybody know the Caribbean and Africa are two of the top 3 highest places of skin bleaching. Okay. And those are the ones trying to talk to us. Black Americans, we don't do that, fam. We don't do that. No, you absolutely, fam. We got all different types of Black American brothers and sisters up in here tonight. You know, our family reunion, you see everything. We don't base who eats off of skin tone. We don't base who gets the date off of skin tone. We don't base who gets the attention off of skin tone. Who can get the money on skin tone? Who can come in? Who we dap? Who we hug? Who we mean to? We don't do none of that. That's how they roll. And they don't like the fact that that's been their case, and we've been exposing them since day one, and now the world know. They're mad that we've exposed all their little dirty-ass secrets that they've been keeping hush-hush with previous generations. We ain't playing none of that, y'all. Hell no. Hell no, not at all. But they do. And that's how they base it. So they try to use that on us as a mean to get in. Fam, I want you to think about it. Think of anything, even if it's the smallest thing that they can say is similar to them. Those are the things that they use to cling on to you, okay? If it's a little bit of melanin, that's going to be their weapon to try to steal from Black Americans, right? If it's a damn flute somebody played, well, that flute comes from Africa, okay? If it's a rap song, that rap comes from Africa. Sooner or later, fam, they're just going to start saying we breathe. And it's got to be we all family because we all breathe the same air. I'm telling you, they'll do anything, fam. They are desperate to be a part of Black America. And they use all these dusty ass third world scamming tactics that, quite frankly, Black Americans laugh at their ass. There ain't nothing more whack and corny, broke down, and pathetic than a third world scammer. They really think that third world scamming ish is going to fly over here with foundationals? Hell to the no. When we see them, we already know how to approach them with all of that. They come over here, we all Black, brother, we Black. And then they walk around and say, me no Black. Or they say things like, I didn't know I was Black till I got to America. And do they act like we didn't just hear what they said? You know what I'm saying? Tethers will say something right in front of you, and then 20 minutes later, they'll pretend like they didn't ever say it. You know, literally, they'll be like, I didn't know I was Black till I got to America. And then literally 2 minutes later, they'll be like, we all know we Black, brother. What the did you just say a second ago? And then they really think that we just going to overlook that. They'll be like, wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute. You being divisive, brother. And then they'll turn right around and say, you damn Makata. They make TikTok videos where it'll be a 5-minute video. 2 minutes of that video, they'll be sitting there calling us every name in the book. And then the last 3 minutes of the video, they'll talk a message of unity. What? This is what I'm talking about, fam. They're third world scammers. No Americans go for that third world scamming. Look at these Polexes, brother. You can get 2 for $5 right now. They just came from Mount Kilimanjaro. I just got them yesterday. So you flew from Mount Kilimanjaro yesterday. Yes, I went to Mount Kilimanjaro, stopped off in Port-au-Prince, went to Kingston, and now I'm here in Oklahoma. No, the hell you didn't. I did it all in 5 minutes, brother. No, the hell you didn't. These people are pathetic, and they don't like the fact that foundational Black Americans see through all of them damn games, man. That's why we've been shutting down all of that scam African energy. Yeah, that scam African energy, it ain't never done nothing. It ain't never went nowhere, and it ain't never served the people. And foundational Black Americans, as certified foundational Black Americans, we got something that the whole world wants, the whole world covets, but the world can never have because it's something, again, that you got to be born with. What is that again, family? That's being a part of this lineage, but it's all the accomplishments that come with this lineage. If you're not a part of our lineage, then quite frankly, you ain't really done nothing. All right, let's say what it is, fam. If you ain't a foundational Black American, you ain't really done nothing. And I make no bones about it. I don't care how people take it, all right? You ain't really did anything significant or substantial unless you're a foundational Black American. If you say the dominant society, I'll say that they had to basically oppress people to get anything and steal from people. If you say tethers, that's all they do is steal. And they don't have anything to put their hat on in the first damn place. If you're not a foundational Black American, you ain't really accomplished much and you've never done anything on your own. Everybody else has to get it by taking it. So when we take the term African American and we rejected the term African American, I'm here to let everybody know African American is going on about, what would y'all say, 10 years of being a defunct name? Really, fam? How long has POC been going? Man, let me ask y'all in the chat. We here tonight, baby. Okay, it's 4th of July weekend. Let me ask y'all, how long has African American been a complete cancel term? How long has people of color been a cancel term? Black and brown, fam, they don't even say those terms to us no more. They don't say those terms anymore because we have gotten rid of all of those. For every time you heard African American, think about how many times now you hear foundational Black American. That is so significant to America because these next generations are going to grow up and they're going to grow up in a world of foundational Black American. Do you know how empowering that will be? They don't have to learn on the job, fam. They don't have to learn on the job. Foundational Black Americans, we getting it in, fam. We control everything, every aspect of America. Certified, we run it. Right now, economically, shutting them down. They know all the money, wealth transfer is all in Black businesses. We getting paid. Reparations, we getting paid. They gonna cut the check. They better show respect. And then on top of that, our political game. These politicians can't come up to us and then hit us with the same okie doke. Ask me personally, Kamala no Black Alpha. Yep. Andy Bashir no Black Alpha. Yep. And there's millions foundational Black Americans just like me. And we got our political game up, super savvy, super strong. And then when you add all of that up, fam, in the streets, our warrior game is up because you're not seeing videos of Black Americans out here getting punked. You're seeing videos of foundational Black Americans punking folks, checking folks. Our warrior class game is up. Speaking of warrior class game, I want to send a special certified salute to the sister down in Florida that neutralized that threat at that damn Walmart. Keep on stepping, sister. We riding with you. Don't let nobody get into your space. Self-defense. That's what it's all about. So certified salute to that sister. Let me tell you something. About 10 years ago, we would have been hearing how that sister got unalived and Barack Obama ain't do ish about it. So y'all see how it's changing? Little Black teenagers is standing on business, neutralizing threats. Older foundational Black American women are standing on business, neutralizing threats. Those were the two main demographics that the system of supremacy always targeted. They don't typically come after no grown-ass man. They don't F with no gangsters. But they go after the women, particularly older women, and they'll go after kids who are by themselves. Well, I'm going to send a shout out to that sister. I'm going to send a shout out to Carmelo because their script was a hell of a lot different than the old script, and they still out here walking around. Can't say the same about the others. Fam, foundational Black Americans, we reject all of those terms and names because we ain't no damn Africans. Watch.
This is stupid to call yourself African American. See, that gives them the opportunity to take your money because the fact that you say African American, how can you be from two places at one time? When you say you're African, you label yourself an African. Listen to that. African American. African American. You put the African first. Then you put American second. Instead of saying, oh, I'm American Indian. American Indian. That states who you are and what you are and what land you on. You go, I'm African American. African American? I never called myself an African American. And y'all, until y'all get that shit, they're going to get that money. Because y'all still labeling yourself African American. Y'all still putting Africa in front of America. Okay? I'm not no African American. And I don't know which one of y'all try to tell me who I am and what I'm. Y'all don't know who I am. And y'all.
Woo! You don't know who the F I am? You don't know who the F.I. is? You got to love it, man. You got to love it. That's the energy. That's the vibration. That's the space, fam. Everything that we say is whatever we want to say. Everything we do is what we want to do. We choose our own actions, our own movements, and we control our own destiny, fam. When you choose your own actions and you choose your own statements, then you control your own destiny. And everything is about your own. And that's what we're on. We are on a war path right now, family. Foundational Black Americans are on a rampage right now. We're going through life so fast, making such wise decisions because we're moving collectively where one foundational Black American is going to hold it down. The other foundational Black Americans are going to hold it down. And then you're going to blink and you're going to have 50 million foundational Black Americans all holding it down in sync, all holding it down together, all making it work. And that's what I love the most about us. We don't take no shorts and no losses. I keep trying to tell that to everybody. We out here blacking them out, family. We out here blacking them out. This is what it is, fam. They want us so bad to be what we're not. They want us so bad to be something that we've never been. but it ain't gonna work. Right now, it's 4th of July weekend. And we in here popping right now, fam. We got 3,000 people in here on a Friday night. I appreciate you guys rocking with Black Alpha Network, and I'm loving the vibrations. And we done broke down everything that's going on in the United States of America, from deportations to that community, deportations to that community. We're talking about ICE and 10,000 people in 5 days. We're talking about bounty hunters. We're talking about shutting down the system of supremacy, neutralizing threats, and we're having a great roast and laugh at the same damn time. You cannot tell us anything, because we only move by what we tell ourselves, okay? Everything is about self, family, okay? Nobody else, family. This is why we're so focused, because we know what the assignment is and we know the agenda, and the agenda is being accomplished. They don't want us to celebrate 4th of July right now. But I'm going to tell you guys what I told everybody at the Rally for Reparations. Foundational Black Americans, we do everything in the United States of America. We just do it our own way. See, I'm not one of the people who be like, man, you gonna celebrate that over there? Yeah, I'm gonna celebrate it. Am I celebrating the 4th of July for Thomas Jefferson and Abraham Lincoln? Hell no. Am I celebrating the 4th of July for being with my family and kicking it and flipping something on the grill and letting the kids run around with sparklers? You MFing right. You can consider that a foundational Black American remix. You damn sure that's what it is. Everything foundational Black Americans do is our own exclusive way. And we got the right to do anything in this damn country because we built this MF. And not only did we build America, again, we maintained and sustained America. We didn't build it and then quit. All right, this ain't 1804. You do something great one time and then your ass takes a nap for another 200 years. We don't do that. We maintain and sustain this country. If a foundational Black American wants to celebrate any damn holiday, you got the right to do it because you're going to do it in your Black American way any goddamn how. When they walk by and they listening to Bon Jovi, we going to walk right on by and we going to be listening to Michael Jackson. You dig? Everything we do got that FBA twist to it. They can sit there and they can make a steak and it's going to have all that blood in it. They can be on some vampire steaks. We going to have ourselves well done. You damn right it is. Fam, we got that vibe. We got that step. We got that bop. We got that motion. We got that traction. So I'm here to tell all them, beep, beep, to understand one thing for certain. Foundational Black Americans, we do what we want. And I want all my brothers and sisters to turn up. I want y'all to have the greatest weekend. Take the time off. Enjoy it with your family. Because let me tell you something in life, y'all. In life, you don't get a lot of opportunities to have time off to where you could be with your loved ones. Okay? I don't give a damn what day it is, what holiday it is. A holiday is a day to be with your people and to represent it the way you choose to. All right? Remember that, y'all. I don't give a damn who's inside this country. When you are inside this country, we bow down to nobody because we are the top flight. Remember that. So I want to see all my Black American brothers and sisters turn up. I need to see y'all holding it down. I need to see my foundational Black Americans to do the damn thing. That's what I want to see right there, y'all. Oh, this ain't the scam African. Can I go there, fam? Let's be real. It was them damn scam Africans back in the day. They used to be like, how you gonna celebrate that holiday? That's the white man holiday. What you need to celebrate is Kwanzaa. We ain't on that no more. Because we embrace the lineage, fam. We stand on FBA patriotism. Fam, remember, your patriotism ain't got to be like anybody else's patriotism because you ain't anybody else. You ain't got to get behind no damn body. We ain't running around here. Y'all remember back in the day when they used to be like, you need to put on the dashiki, take off that American flag shirt. Why are you out there on 4th of July? You need to go to work. We'll never celebrate that damn day. I don't give a about none of that. Let me tell you something. What we going to do, fam, we going to turn up with the fam. we going to play some good-ass music. we going to have some good food and drink, and we going to remember that, fam, because these are the times of your life, okay? If you didn't have those days as a kid, fam, that would literally delete 50% of some of the greatest memories I've ever had, okay? Let me tell you something about all them little scam Africans and all them little tethers and all them little fleers, okay? Half the times that you remember, y'all, been holidays where we weren't doing nothing. I would wake up on, say, Thanksgiving, right? And how I always woke up on Thanksgiving is I would smell food coming through the vents. And I would always hear my mom on the phone with her sister, okay? Rest in peace to my Aunt Yolanda, okay? And those are memories that I remember forever. And then I remember holidays that came where I didn't hear my mom talking to my Aunt Yolanda because my Aunt Yolanda passed away, all right? And it makes me want to go back to them damn days. It makes me want to remember how great it felt and how cherishing and how special it was, because you don't always have any, family, okay? When you remember some 4th of July's, when you running around, you got fireworks playing and stuff, fam, that's the most beautiful thing. You ain't doing that stuff because of George Washington. You ain't doing that stuff because of goddamn the Constitution that was signed on the map. All that. We doing that because we FBA, and when we show up, we change the vibration and the energy. That's what I want. That's the energy we on. That's the vibration that we're bringing to this era. And family, let me tell y'all why we ain't on here talking all of that Africans Americans talk, okay? Because let me tell y'all, if you was doing all of that, y'all know what it is, fam. How many of y'all got family members that aren't here no more, and you remember holidays when you were with them, and you would do anything to have one more holiday with them? But then you got folks telling you that you don't need to celebrate that. You need to put on a dashiki and celebrate Kwanzaa because we all black brother and use divisive nigga. And they ain't got a motherfucking hairline to save their life. Fam, we don't listen to the you ain't got a hairline community. All right, I know the hell I don't. Certified salute to this sister right here, fam. This is what we stand on. Ain't no African American, only foundational Black American. Watch.
You are not African American. Yeah, I said it, but before you run to the comment section, let me explain, because by the end of this, you will have a completely new perspective about the term African American. If you're new here, we just don't make claims without backing them up with evidence. So there are 3 big reasons why I can confidently say you're not African American. But before I tell you, let's just use a little common sense. Let's just say you look at the state of America and you think, I'm done with this. I'm going back to my roots. So you take a little DNA test and book a one-way flight to the country with the largest percentage of your DNA. But when you hop off the plane and set foot in that African country, you realize that that DNA test did not give you one name or village for you to reach out to. Now, I'm sure that the African people in whatever country you choose to go to will be hospitable, but they will all tell you that you are not African. But what about the evidence? Because I did say we back up on claims around here. So here are the 3 reasons I can say with confidence that you are not African American. The third one's gonna mess you up the most. Number 1, that DNA test you just took can't connect you to a single living person on that continent. And that's not a coincidence. You see, when Africans came among the indigenous people, all you had was what someone whispered to the next person before they died. My mother used to tell us that our grandfather used to say he was Cherokee. And I believed her, but she didn't have a document or a paper trail because they didn't give enslaved people paper trails. All they had was each other's word. And now the history books want you to believe their narrative instead of your own family tree. Number 2, and this is where it starts to get crazy. They were already here. You see, when colonizers came over to the Americas, they wrote down what they saw. And they said that they saw dark-skinned, melanated people thriving on this land way before slavery. That's not a theory. That's in their records. But here's what they don't teach you in school. In addition to bringing slaves from Africa, they also enslaved the indigenous people who were already here. So after the 250 plus years of slavery, our lineage became blended with some Africans and the indigenous people. Number 3, colonizers changed our family's name, which helped confuse our lineage. When Africans arrived on this soil, slave traders renamed them and gave them their own European names and reclassified their lineage. Because when you see someone as property, you don't preserve their identity. You erase it and replace it with yours. They didn't just change what people were called. They deliberately changed family trees so no one could easily trace back where they came from and who they actually were. Your last name right now might not be your ancestors' family name. It might be the name of whoever they worked for or the family they married into. They renamed and reclassified many of your ancestors to make them forget who they are. And we are the children of their grandchildren. So no wonder why some of us are confused, because the odds are your ancestors were here before this country was even named America. And they were the foundation who built America. So that's why you're probably not African. You're a foundational Black American, whether you like it or not. So if you want to go, you are not.
Cooking somebody. Get the fire extinguisher because it's on fire right now. That's it. Exactly right there. Certified salute to you, sister. Much love, much respect. That's what it is, family. You are a foundational Black American. Foundational by every sense of the word, fam. Foundation is the founder. Foundation is the beginning. Foundation is the original, and there was nothing before, okay? Remember this right now, y'all. When they did DNA studies and DNA tests, all of our indigenous blood came to the forefront. They didn't trace anything that went back to Africa, family. Everything that they did when they traced foundational Black American DNA went to other foundational Black American indigenous tribes. Yes. So this is why they immediately try to cut it off. This is why they say, stop, nope, getting too close to the truth. But here's the thing about the truth, family. The truth don't need no proof. We're living proof of it, okay? They did DNA tests on foundational Black Americans, and it kept coming up empty for Africa. But it kept going back to other areas of the country. Remember, y'all, if you're talking hundreds of thousands of years, then you're talking billions of people. If you're talking billions of people, you're talking millions of tribes. That gives us all of these different phenotypes, all these different admixtures, and goes back to what Black Alpha told you earlier in the chat, family. We got every single shade standing up and being well accounted for and represented, family. You got beige, you got brown, you got Black, you got everything in between, but all of those are foundational Black Americans. Remember, them folks over there, they can have whatever the hell they doing over there. Don't concern me, will never concern me. Go close. But all my foundational Black Americans right here, this is how we handle it. Y'all know they say home is where the heart is. Well, family, our hearts have always been right here in these 50 states. So that shows y'all, family, what a foundational Black American is truly made of. A foundational Black American is truly made of other foundational Black Americans. And can't nothing change that, fam. Can't nothing rearrange that. We put it this way because it is that way and it will always stay that way. We are the strongest lineage, heritage, and culture, and our strength comes from each other. That's it. People have been looking around for a long time, family, to connect us to something, but we already connected to the greatest, each other. Our family tree is where it starts and where it stops. And our family tree has been grown, it's been nourished, it's been blossomed right here in America. That sun that shines on that tree that makes that tree grow is sun that's shining on the United States of America. The water that ends up giving it its life to go ahead and grow further is water that rained down here in the United States of America. All answers go back to the United States of America. The only people saying anything other than the United States of America are people who don't want us to be from the United States of America because they asses want to flee to the United States of America. But now they asses is fleeing the hell out of the United States of America, whether willingly or unwillingly, whether your ass did it by self or by somebody else. But your ass is going to be back home, whether you got kicked out or thrown out. But you can't stay here. And it's always been us, fam. So this is why I tell everybody this weekend right now, certified foundationals, I need y'all to turn up. I need y'all to have a great weekend. I want you to make this 4th of July weekend, fam, the best of your life. I mean, think about it, y'all. You're living, you're breathing, you're a foundational Black American. You're a part of the strongest lineage, heritage, and culture of all time. The ancestors, the Most High, are shining on you. This is our country. It's the middle of the summer. It's hot outside. I mean, you've got every single thing that you want right now, all in the palm of your hand, family. So go ahead and stun on them. Show out, show and prove, and do what you do, Black Americans, because I love y'all with a passion. Fam, I love y'all so much with a passion. I would be remiss if I didn't tell y'all I need y'all right now to go ahead and lock this one in. We are going to take this to the next level, fam. We've been doing a lot of great things. We've been making a lot of great history. Y'all know we are the #1 family in the whole Black American community. Is right here on the Black Alpha Network, fam. Live is chat, but more than that, we are the #1 family, y'all. Right now, if y'all see right here, your brother Black Alpha been holding it down, family. 24/7 blackout. I want all my brothers and sisters to understand that. But you know what, y'all? We're going to take the certified 100 to the next level. From here on forward, I've been telling everybody, family, we're going to serve the people. We're going to take it to the streets. We're going to serve the people. We're going to start putting together Zoom chats where we talk and we break things down. I need somebody to hit me up. What is your expertise? I want you to let me know what your expertise is. Are there any brothers and sisters who are really strong with the pen game, with writing? Okay. Because I want to put together newsletters, okay, that we can send out to people following the Black Panthers, following the Nation of Islam. What they say, the newsletter goes places that maybe some members couldn't go. You dig? I want people to hit me up. You got some brothers and sisters, y'all good in finance? Let me know. We're going to have whole days just set for the experts of finance so you can communicate with other brothers and sisters. Whole day set to brothers and sisters who know warrior. I got any boxers in the building? I got any mixed martial arts brothers in the building? We need to get the kids' game up, okay? So we can put together some classes and we put some people in contact. You know what I'm saying? So we can teach these kids how to put them hands and paws on folk. Yeah, it is. That's what I want to see, okay? So if you got any expertise, hit me up, fam. We'll shuffle all the way through it, but we're going to take it from here to here to here, and we're going to go on a run that nobody's already seen or ever seen, but we're going to do it already with all of each other. You dig? That's what we're going on, fam. True to life activism, okay? Not talking about it, being about it. So this is the next step we're going, and we're going to put it all under the umbrella, fam, of Foundational Black American Certified, okay? The Certified 100 is here, and I want all my certified Foundational Black American brothers and sisters to rock with me. Now, fam, when I say I want you to rock with me, family, I'm going to show y'all right now. Certified 100, we in the building. I told y'all we was going to get that merch up. People keep hitting me up, Black Alpha, where I get that shirt? Where I get that Black American Legend shirt? Where I get that 24/7 blackout shirt? You get it right here, family. Certified100.com. Let's go.
Introducing Certified100.com. Your go-to shop for that certified vibe, certified style, and certified energy. Down south, up north, east coast, west coast, worldwide. Custom designs to let the world know that you standing on business. From regulating to reparations, from black love to black power, delivered right to your doorstep. So get you one and let the world know where you from. Certified. Certified.
Boom! Certified100.com, family. Whatever you need for the Certified Foundational Black American Family Tree. You already know. Y'all be seeing me rock it anyway, family. Right here. I already got this on there. 24/7 blackout, fam. Let the whole world know what it's about. I got the Black American Legend shirts that a lot of folks is loving. I got the Free Huey shirts. I got Black Love is Black Power. Delineation is a must. Everything, fam. This is what it's about. It's about being seen. It's about being heard. It's about taking it to the streets, fam, to let everybody know you dealing with a whole different breed, okay? It's a whole different time. It's a whole different era. It's a whole different generation out here. I'm going to actually go get a bunch of shirts. I'm going to go down the street to this basketball court where a lot of these young brothers be out there playing basketball, and I'm just going to throw them some shirts, man, because I want to spread the message to let everybody know, man, when you see that certified, you're dealing with Certified Foundational Black Americans. Let me tell you two things for certain. There's only one foundationals on the planet. That's Foundational Black Americans, and there's only one certified, and that's Certified Foundational Black Americans. Everybody else, they ain't foundational, and everybody else, they damn sure ain't certified. So checkmate, we got it on lock, family, and we're going to take it to the next movement. Activism, 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 and no steps back, fam, only forward, and we got the game on lock. There you go. All right, family, I love y'all with a certified passion. Happy 4th of July weekend. Y'all turn all the way. Oh, whoa, hold on. Wait. Stop. Black Alpha, slow down. Do I got any Cancers in the house tonight? Are my Leos in the house tonight? Because this is the first broadcast of this month. So for those who are still in here, I got 2.7 in here right now, fam. I want to wish y'all not only a happy 4th of July, but a happy birthday. Sing it.
1, 2, 3. I want to say happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to you. Yeah. I want to say happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to you. Yeah. Now close your eyes and make that wish, think about it. And blow out your candle, close your eyes and make that wish, think about it. Hey! Blow out your candle, close your eyes and make that wish, think about it. And blow out your candle, close your eyes and make that wish. Let's go! 1, hey, 2, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Certified salute to the family. Hey, just to get by, Shy, rest in peace to your late brother and happy birthday to your late brother. Certified salute up above. Much love to you and your family. Stay strong, okay? Much love and respect from Black Alpha. Much love with a passion, family. Yes, indeed. Happy birthday to all my July babies. You know what I'm saying? All my Cancers, Leos is in the house. You know, gotta turn up because it's Leo season. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to turn this thing all the way up. I'm going to play that back again. You know what I'm saying? when we come back around for next week's broadcast. You know what I'm saying? Just to let everybody know. Man, I love y'all with a passion. Y'all be here all damn night. I'm going to let y'all beautiful Black Americans enjoy y'all night because y'all know I get to talking. And, you know, I got a big mouth. I'll be here all damn day long talking to y'all because this is my passion. I love y'all more than every damn thing, okay? Priceless love. So I want y'all to enjoy yourself. And Black Alpha's going to let y'all beautiful Black Americans have a great time. It was great breaking down everything politically and socially with y'all. But y'all know the roast is great. And then the breakdowns and the chop downs at the end, fam, and just that FBA lineage pride love. That's always the best part. That's always the fun part. And that's always the FBA part, man. So I love y'all with a passion. Y'all enjoy your night. And I will see you on the other side. But before I go, I want y'all to remember that no matter where you go, no matter where you at, that Black is beautiful, and beautiful is always Black. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.